Alright, we're live. So, welcome to a live cast in particular today. And this is a best of 13 challenge between Peace Lover or Marys against Big Size. It's GLA USA matchups mainly. The format's in the description if you guys want to have a look at that. Um, yeah, ho hoping to cast some nice games today. I haven't done a cast in a very long time. Looks like Mary's will be the one with the first matchup and map. I'm not sure if this format has a decider as well. I need to double check that. Doesn't look like it. Okay. Be interesting. If it does go to a decider, how that gets handled. Okay. Let's see what Mary's picks as his first matchup and map. I'm kind of interested. Hello, Exile. Welcome. Laser demo on battle plan. Interesting. Picking a very big map. Size saying be gentle. Alright, let's get into it. Yeah, it's just gonna have the background music. I don't have my 0 hour playlist open in the background just yet, so bear with the music a little bit. So yeah, we have Mace on the top as green laser, and we have Size on the bottom as the orange demo. Battle plan's a pretty big map. You have so much cash here in the form of supply piles that you can make 2 supplies like this. Looks like Mary's is just gonna go 2 supplies with the other 3rd supply, technically speaking, because this is essentially 2 supplies. And you have another expansion supply over here with a couple garrisons nearby. So I'm kind of interested to see how they play this one out. I don't think they're gonna play around the oils that much early on. Even though you have a lot of oils here, it's kind of deceptive to rush these oils because they're so close to the player bases that oftentimes you can deny these left oils, and I mean, you just send your first unit here and you can probably deny the capture. Besides building a tunnel on the left. The left side and the right side both have a lot of cash. The left has significantly more cash. This is about 30k in supply piles. And this is 15k-ish in supply piles. Got the first tech out. Looks like it's going to be a TT. Marius' first V is here. It's loaded with a couple MDs. Got a spy drone for the vision. He's dropping off an MD for this garrison, but the tech is going to sneak through, and Size actually has quite a few options in terms of what he's going to kill. Is he going to go for the supply? Not sure if the supply was worth it, to be honest. I would have gone for the war factory here, to be honest, but then again, he might not have had vision because he drove on the right side of the base. He lost this V over here. I actually missed how he killed that. It looks like it just died to maybe... No, it didn't die to the technical. Otherwise, it would have gone vet. There's another tech terror, I believe, and he's going for the war factory this time. And he could get a really big hit. He's setting the supply again. I mean, it's working out. He's on 1 supply center when he had 3 initially, but... I mean, if you just cut off his production entirely, you could probably get more out of it if you have a lot of Vs clumped up. Yeah, it looks like Size's approach is just spamming TTs here. He's got a tunnel now on both of the sides, and the middle's pretty well secured. Third TT does get intercepted. Yeah, Size is collecting on 3 workers here. He needs more here. He's collecting on 5. Collecting on 5. He's got 3 techs here. 2 of them are loaded. He has 2 Vs with MDs. This one I believe is Rangers. So he essentially has 2 Rock Vs. And Size is actually dropping off a ton of RPGs in front of the barracks. So it's going to delay MD production. He's going to snipe this V over here. Mary's forced to retreat. He's going to scrap deny this as well. And he's leading the ambo in, but there's 3 techs that can gun it down quick. He might lose this V here. Evacs the Rangers. Might lose a second V. Barely keeps it alive, but to be honest, Size is in such a commanding position right now. He kind of has full control of the game, and yeah, he kills a supply, and he might kill this war factory. Oh, it barely lives. If that war factory went down, that might have just been flat out over, but this is already looking very difficult for Mary's position-wise. Size expanding to a 4th supply now over here. He's got this tunnel over here and this garrison, which is going to be incredibly annoying to break because it's also right next to his base. A couple more techs coming. These 2 are empty, but this one's loaded with something. I think this is a TT to finish off this war factory, maybe. Or no, it's a tech RPG. Couple wasted techs. Not the greatest, but Size can afford it at this point. He's on 2 arms dealers and 4 supplies. But he needs to get more workers here, obviously. This has a couple RPGs. He's actually upgraded to tow missile. This is a V. He's got a load of Chinooks. I think he's microing them onto different piles. So that's good economy management there from Mary's. Another tech here, another tech here. I think these are both tech terrors actually, based off how they're moving. Yeah, they're both tech terrors. I think this one's gonna go for maybe the supply, and this one will go for the war factory. Or no, there's 4 here. He might have been able to get both if he force fired directly middle. He puts the dozer in a Chinook. This tech is still alive. I think he's actually forgotten about it, but he's probably macroing back home. Oh, this was a tech RPG. So he was trying to get the dozer with the tech RPG. Couple more tunnels being dropped down. No palace yet. Needs more workers here still. Only collecting on 3. Collecting on 4. He could use 2 more here. He's on 4 here. Could use 2 more. Could use 2 more. Could use 2 more. So yeah, Size is still in a really commanding position. But now there's actually a lot of Vs. And depending on how this next fight goes, if Mary's actually gets a really good engage, he could potentially just storm down Size's base. Especially considering there's no palace anytime soon either. Does he have the capture is the question. He doesn't, but he's just evacing the Rangers around just as a just a setup for it, maybe. He's got a critical V. He can probably send this one back and probably move with the rest. Size has a bunch of techs. There's a tech terror going on the left side. V is gonna intercept this worker. And yeah, Size is actually taking a lot of bad engages, but this TT is crucial. We need to see what happens with this. Oh, that hold the line is not gonna save it, I'm pretty sure. It takes time to deploy. Yeah. If that TT got intercepted, I think Mary's actually won the game there, because Size has no defense against search and destroy Vs right now. That's really unfortunate that this V didn't defend in time, or at least try to body block the tech. He body blocks the tech over here. He buys enough time for the hold the line to deploy properly, so you get the extra HP. Mary's puts the dozer back in the Chinook, just to be safe. And now the production of size is actually getting capped. Both of these guys are 3-star, but the one that's more important is Mary's 3-star, because he can start using general powers on the left and right side to sort of clear them up more easily. But now Mary's is in a really tough situation because his base is actually really undefended. I mean, yeah, his dozer is safe in the Chinook, but he's forced to retreat even though he basically has Size's base like held hostage. That's really unfortunate. He needs to kill this arms here before more units come out of it at least, and just to clean off the production. Laser tank is shut down because there's no power. Techs are just following the Chinook around, and Mary's is actually in a very dangerous situation. He has 2 buildings left, so he needs to watch it. He needs to watch it, to say the least. He has capture now, so if he takes these oils and Size doesn't realize it, then he could get a massive amount of money. Size got a sneaky tunnel on the left side. I think it's in vision of this garrison, but Mary's attention it might be elsewhere. Oh, he's moving stuff towards it. I don't think he realizes he has this V though. Yeah, he guard mode the Rangers, but he's not guard moding this V. Ah, it's gonna bite him really hard. He's going for the cap now. If Size clicks on these Rangers, you can also see that he just got capture as well, so he should be thinking about this, yeah. He also has vision, I think, of this oil, thanks to this RPG, and this oil, thanks to this RPG. Very unfortunate that gets denied there, because that could have been a really big out for Mary's to get back in this. Got Pathfinders now, so it's probably on double A10 Pathfinder spy drone for his GPs. He needs more workers here and here. Palace is gonna finish up. He's collecting on basically nothing here. And he's still on 4 here. So Size is actually not doing the best in terms of collection this game. And I mean, obviously maybe a minute or 2 of weaker collection is fine, but like it's 10 minutes at this point. And this supply is still on 4 workers. Like he could have probably collected maybe a couple thousands extra earlier. This supply probably would have been already mined out at this point. And Size building his command center, so he's probably researching demo upgrade, and he's gonna have demo ambush ready for these Vs. And demo ambush is basically gonna spell the end of these Vs. I'm just waiting until this upgrade comes out. I have a feeling it's gonna time very nicely with the CC. Yeah, he has upgrade now. Heard a demo bike as well. I think he's getting ready to bait the Vs with an ambush with this tech army. Yep. That's the demo ambush. And there's 2 demo bikes. Fortunately, the Ranger body blocks the first one, and the second one gets taken out by the Vs. But yeah, he lost 3 Vs in an ambo, I think. I mean, it's not the worst situation. Especially because Mary's is actually getting the oils now. So he's gonna lose the pilot and the V. So Mary's has 2 oils for a good amount of time, which is actually quite nice. It'll be on 1. It's gonna take a while to kill this oil, but looks like Size is getting his own oils here, so Size's eco lead is gonna grow even bigger. He's not actually taken this supply pile yet. I don't know if he realizes he has that. Looks like Marius is gonna lose this oil. Oh no, none of these are scrap too, so it's gonna take forever to gun this down. Ton of demo bikes coming. He needs to micro very carefully. Loses the ambo and the V. Loses another V. And defends quite nicely. Keep in mind, these demo bikes don't give a small amount of XP. They give quite a bit. Marius has an interesting angle with the A10. Feel like he could have just aimed the bullets onto the supply center and at least bring it to the hole. The oils are getting captured here by Size. One gets captured. He might be able to deny the second one. Denies the second capture, but more demo bikes coming. He's definitely gonna lose 1v at least. who's an MD as well. He didn't booby trap this with the rebel, so the ranger's gonna be able to cap it freely. That's kind of a mistake. Whenever you're about to capture something, it's always good to booby trap quick. Booby trap is instant cast anyways, so there's no reason not to. Plus, if you get Burton later on, you can kill the Burton. If he tries to retake your oil, you can kill the ranger and delay his cap. And I missed the TNT on the strat center over there. It looks like he actually lost quite a bit. It looks like he lost 3 Vs and maybe a dozer. Yeah, Size is just spamming demo bikes. To be honest, in this situation, if you have so much money as demo, you may as well just get buggies. Because with demo bikes, you're risking giving a lot of XP, and yeah, sure, you can maybe like kill an entire army with one demo bike, but I mean, why not just play safer with the buggies? There's no reason to play high risk like that. Mary's has 5 Vs out at this point. He's still got a lot of cash to collect here. He has a pile here, but his main base cache is running very dry now. And Size is actually mined out to the right side. Plenty of cash still on the left. And his main is basically expiring soon. Toxin Tractor, 2 markets are up. More demo bikes. Yeah, I think Size might be spamming the demo bikes too much, to be honest. Being a little bit overconfident. I think he should just go buggies at this point. Because now he doesn't have units in tunnel. But Mary's has a really bad collapse on this tunnel here in particular. I think he was baiting a pop from this tunnel with a leaflet, yeah. He fuel air bombs this garrison and tunnel. I mean, it's not the worst use of general powers, to be honest. May as well use it to clear up the map. But to be honest, if you're breaking a side at this point, I think this side is more important. There's still loads of cash to collect here. And I think ambush should be ready very soon. Because it's almost been 4.5 minutes, so it should cool down. This is not booby trapped again, so Maris is gonna retake this freely. There's the ambush. Kills 3 Vs. 4 Vs, sorry. But Mary still has Vs out. These 2 are empty. This one has MDs, and there's more demo bikes coming. He's gonna lose an empty V. Oh, he might lose 2 Vs. That's a big one. Yeah, Size is still making the demo bikes work, but I just feel like it's kind of unnecessary risk at that point. You may as well just spam buggies. Anthrax bomb coming. I'm assuming we're gonna see a sneak attack maybe here or here. It's a follow-up. There are ambos though, but if the bomb lands directly on the V, it might die. V almost dies. Does kill the drones. And yeah, now he's got RPGs in these little skyscrapers. Or apartment buildings, I guess. That's gonna deny the collection here. V gets low, Ambo dies, and I think Mary's is dead simply just based off the fact he doesn't have money here. Yeah, that's GG. That's the first game to big size. I think this map in particular, it's there is a very small window where US is very strong in comparison to the GLA here, but I feel like in this sort of situation, if you're not quick with that timing, like there was a very good period of time during Mary's first strat center where he could have obliterated Size's base. He didn't even have a palace, but that TT basically kept Size in the game when he what started off as a really good start for Size ended up being catastrophic mid game for him, despite having 4 supplies, simply because he was taking bad engagements constantly. Let me just update the scoreboard. I heard that if you say my favorite streamer in a Maricard chat, Flamic will appear. Well, let's see. Yeah, Chris, you're right. Size forgot one of his base supplies. I think it's a GLA map. Yeah, I agree, Exile. If it does go long, this is a very heavily favored GLA map. But at the same time, this is one of those maps where if you screw up your start with the first couple tech engagements against the US, you can get snowballed so incredibly fast. Because keep in mind, you actually have better collection on this map compared to most normal maps as US, because your main supplies are in piles. So you're gonna have both Chinooks collecting at the same time. It doesn't boost it by a lot, but if you have only double collection Chinooks, or even in some cases you can basically do 3 supplies, it does add up very quickly. I think Size might be keeping his command center actually. Size going for a barracks, no early war factory. He's playing a very greedy start. Sending this dozer to look around for worker crushes. Marius has a worker on the right. He's building one defensively on the left. None in the middle, which is a bit surprising. Marius actually opens up with 3 supplies. I do like this. I think this is pretty smart. Especially because Size is also opening up with a pretty greedy build order, but this is greedier because this is 3 supplies, whereas this is 2 with a command center keep. It's gonna have technical with 1 terrorist and 1 RPG. He might take this garrison and he might try and go for like a hunt, but he's gonna see that he has his command center up, so the hunt's gonna be for naught. Oh, he might have more. Oh no, he's dropping 1 RPG for that, and the dozer's actually stuck behind the piles, and it still gets hit. Maybe it gets an MD crush here. Aw. Probably could have crushed that and run away, but I mean, the tech's doing its job. It's being annoying. It got 1 Chinook to critical health, so it'll affect his eco a little bit. I think that's the TT. This V is loaded, and Size is on 3 supplies very quickly as well of his own. Oh, if he has 4 or 5, he could get a really good money shot. Oh, that was very close to getting crushed. Kills the war factor though, which is a pretty big kill, because that's going to delay V production. And in high economy games like this, it's all about the production. If you bottle cap or bottleneck the production, then it doesn't matter that Size has 3 supplies if he's constantly limited to 1 production building like this. No capture from Size yet. This is loaded. A bunch of techs are coming in as reinforcements. This could be a bad engage. Okay, he turns away. That's smart. Loads of rangers in the middle. I like what Size is doing with these rangers. He's putting them in position for oil grab if opportunity presents itself. Mass evac. It's gonna kill the power plant. I like that because that's just gonna delay more production. Oh, that was a fantastic crush from Mary's. And he's on 4 supplies. Mary's is. 4 workers, 4 workers. There's about 7, I think. You can pull 1 over here. And Marius is expanding to the left side. Size has these garrisons, so it's going to be a little annoying to break this. Size no capture as well. Another TT coming in. Or is this a tech RPG? I think this is a TT. Yeah, it's a TT on the supply. I mean, yeah, good kills. Also, these constant TTs are going to keep Mary's really far ahead in terms of XP. I mean, he's killed a lot of buildings, and he's more than halfway to 3-star already, which is kind of insane. I think he's combat dropping a couple of these garrisons just to clear it up a little bit. That's 4 fire rangers, so that's definitely getting cleared, but it's a bit odd that Size is combat dropping this, or this garrison and not this one. He might lose a Chinook in the process as well for this. Barely keeps it alive. He has a Toxin Tractor, but it gets traded with this 1MD on the right garrison. I mean, to be honest, this combat drop seems a bit obscure. Size has capture now, so Mary's needs to watch out for this mass oil grab out of nowhere. Another TT coming in. It's gonna be another 200 XP potentially. It's on the war factory. Or no, he's going for the supply. Oh no, he's going to war factory. Okay. I like that. Size has so many Chinooks at this point, he should be just like collecting one on each pile over here. This garrison will go down. It looks like the oil capture from Size got denied, which is pretty crucial. He's got a couple of rangers back here, but Mace just needs to keep an eye out. Above all else on the oil grab. One ranger dies. He has two more. I don't know if he has any of the Vs, but I'm gonna guess no. Palace is about to finish up. First oil is getting captured. He's also sending a couple more rangers and MDs. Could get a kill on this V. Needs to be careful not to get baited in. Oh, he crushes the ranger. I think this still benefits Mary's, even if he loses all these techs, because he's delaying the captures. And he's keeping the V count low. And now Marius is on 2 arms, 5 supplies. Although this needs workers. This also needs workers. This still needs 2 more workers, and this needs 3 more. But yeah, he's gonna have demo upgrade soon. He's dropping a market. Size now sees the pallets of the spy drone. Jarman should be coming soon as well. That's another TT. Maris is actually on 3-star at this point, so he could just drop a CC to get ambush ready. There's a quad cannon on the back being a nuisance. All his Chinooks are on the right side right now. That tech with the grenade launcher is doing some good damage. Random demo trap there. Not too shabby. And now Marius has his demo bikes out. Honestly, at this point, I would just send a German bike through the side, snipe the dozer, get power, and then just start balling out buggies. He's making tractors for these garrisons that are annoying throughout the map. He's spamming rangers to the middle to hopefully get at least 1 oil. Maybe he'll get this. Loses 2 Vs to a demo trap. Loses these rangers. So all the caps get denied again. And yeah, now Size is kind of trapped in this vicious vortex of getting constantly TNT'd. And now he has to also deal with a lot of other crap on the side, like these demo bikes. Tractors coming up to clear up the left side, or right side. So now Marius will have control of this supply, which will be a 6th supply, and yeah, Size calls it GG. I mean, this is one of the very scary situations against demo, where you just get trapped into that vortex of constantly having to fend off TTs to the point where you just get so far behind that you can't really do much. Kami spam the only chance for Size. I mean, even if he goes Comanches, quads just rip open, and even the Comanches, they're way too weak, even if they're fully upgraded. Maybe he gets an airfield at some point for a Comanche on the flank, but even if that's the case, you get like maybe 1 or 2 for defense. You wouldn't spam Comanches on this. You would still have to work around with Vs. But yeah, Mary's evens the score now, so now it's 1-1. USA GLA. Just the vanilla armies, and let's see what map Size picks. I'm just gonna type the maps from the thread, because I'm not gonna pick a map. Let me just type the maps. So there's 8 Canyon of the Dead. Uh, Down the road. Sovereignty. Canyon. BZHV2. I don't even know what that is. Oh, I know what that is. That's the Fire Lord map. Okay. Bitter Winter Balanced. Take 8. Okay. I wasn't gonna pick a map because I'm third party here. Oh, this is an interesting map actually. Oh yeah, this is the map I think I'm thinking of. This is a hospital. This is a repair bay and reinforcement pad. This is a refinery. These are 2 oils, and I think there's a 1 supply crate or 1K crate on the back next to those oils. Yeah, this is the map I know. Okay. So size is the orange GLA and Mary's as the green USA. So as I was saying, you have these 2 oils. You have a 1K crate over here. You have your dock here. 3 crates here, so not a lot of cash, about 9, 10K. You have 12K here, which isn't actually that much. And you then have these middle piles over here. That's about 12K. The repair bay and the reinforcement pad, as I was talking about, and your refinery. So this map, I think US actually is a little favored on this because it's quite an open map. So GLA doesn't really have that many positions to that many ways to block off the map from US entering into their base early on at least. And I was gonna say he could use this 1K crate for a CC keep, but he actually hasn't collected that crate yet, which is I'm really hoping he does that with like a V or something, because that 1K does make a huge difference early on. I mean, yeah, you can justify keeping your command center if you take this, for example. Let's do in a box. See if he sends the V forward. I really hope he collects this crate at some point because that crate, it is a lot of cash early game. I mean, yeah, this firebase I think is a good call, but I'd rather he at least send something to collect it. Maybe the second V. First V is at least just scanning around, seeing what's up. Come on, Mary's collect the crate. Size I think is going for a TT. That might... No, that gap is not wide enough for tech. No, it's a tech RPG. That's gonna be really annoying to deal with. He intercepts a tunnel on this side, which is nice. Protects this garrison, which is important because it protects the Chinooks here. What's also nice about US is that this supply basically can collect from both, so you can either start here, collect this, and then collect this, or vice versa, which is what Mary's is doing. This V is not gonna kill it off. Gets a scrap deny, which is good. Otherwise, this tech becomes very dangerous with the vet as well. And Mary's tries to deny an oil cap, but unfortunately doesn't get it off. Size actually gets an oil grab, so Size is actually suddenly looking in a very commanding position, and I think Mary's is dead actually to this one tech. This one tech is keeping him occupied for so long that he just has another tech as follow-up. And he just has a Hellfire V against Tech RPG. This tunnel's gonna get up as well. And this crate is still not collected. Yeah, this is annoying me because this money actually is like very crucial early on. Size, I think, used it to justify getting an early capture. And now he's gonna snowball, but he's not even collecting it yet. Yeah, I think Marius might be unfamiliar with this. Yeah, now he sees it. He sees the 1K, and that's gonna probably annoy him a little bit. But I think at this point it's too little, too late. He's gonna lose his only V to Tex, and yeah, his production is camped now. I think it's over. I think this was just a map unfamiliarity thing. Yeah,
You have been
that's
defeated.
very unfortunate. Yeah, that's a situation where just not knowing the map and oh, wrong score. Not knowing the map and just playing a wrong build order can kind of bite you in the ass there. GLA's won every time so far. Yeah, that's true. I mean, to be honest, I think the first game, Mary's had a really good shot of winning with the US, despite his really tough start. But I think he just kind of messed up a little bit there. Here was just a matter of him not seeing the crate and not be knowing how to play out this map, kind of. Okay, so now Size is on the US and now it's Mary's on the GLA, so I'm hoping we'll see a much more adaptive adapted build to this map at least. Because now he knows about the crate. He's building the barracks behind, by the way, because when he waypoints the terrorists to defend against potential drops, he can get them out quicker, for those wondering. Size, I think, might go for an oil grab, just off the fact he's going early barracks. I imagine he could actually do a barracks drop here with 2 rangers, if he's very quick about it. And secure these oils as well. So he could go for 4 oils early on, but he's just going to play it safer and go for 2 supplies and 2 oils. He is going to drop with this Chinook, and he's going to delay his war factory again. And I mean, we're already picking up on a pattern here that Size kind of likes to play greedy with the US here. Whereas Maris's US build order is essentially standard. Which one is better? Obviously, it depends on the map, and sometimes, well, not sometimes. It always depends on what your opponent's doing as well. So, in this situation, do I think Size let off better? Probably, but that's all predicated on whether he gets these oils off. But based off the fact this tunnel is not nowhere near being up, and his tech just came out, he's gonna get 2k basically for free here, as well as 2 oil income. Size might get this worker line, yeah, because the terrorist isn't chasing this in the most efficient manner. Yeah, already from the start, this is looking very dire. Yeah, and Mary's is gonna see that Size has 2 supplies, 2 oils. So what was a very open build order for Size kind of worked out because this dozer drop has been keeping him occupied in his base. And he's even got the CC up. Mary's is trying to chase this dozer, but the terrorist is in force firing, so it's gonna get nothing here. Oh, it still gets a dozer. This terrorist might get 1 MD. Finally kills the dozer here, but that delayed a lot of time. And Mary's is still on 2 supplies versus 2 supplies, 2 oils. And he's collecting on piles here, so I'd say this is like a supply and a quarter, essentially. So he's on 2 1/4 supplies, if anything. Really does make a difference when you have these piles versus the regular supply dock. Drops a terrorist to kill a dozer. Yeah, okay. I mean, it's not... I don't really see the value of this dozer pickoff. Maybe it delays him building a firebase there, but I'd rather just get a power snipe if I want to delay someone with low cost. That might have another terrorist, I'm not sure. It did, okay. To be honest, he should have just gone for the power. I think that just would have been a more efficient way of going about it. Marius is getting an oil grab of his own. So even though Marius is behind economically, he's doing the right thing, which is applying pressure. Because if he doesn't apply pressure, Size just gets a huge V army. Because he can just spam more off of higher income. He's got 4 Chinooks here. Probably should be collecting 2 here, or At least 2 here. Sometimes it's nice to, if you have spare Chinooks, you mine them off of the middle supplies. So that way, if the game goes into the mid game and GLA eventually expands here, he's actually going to have less income to mine off of there. So consider this like your safe income, and you don't have to expend your safe income when you can go for greedier or unsafe income early on. Loses a V here, but keeps the oil alive, which is the most important thing. But I think Mary's is now getting his own oils. He needs to get his third supply still, but he's on the 2 arms. He might go for a 3rd arm sealer. I know Mary's likes doing that sometimes. Yeah, another tech wave coming. All empties. This is a pretty bad engagement. He's surrounded on a lot of angles, and he's gonna get 2 MTVs for 7 techs. That is definitely not worth it. Mary's is sending workers to get ready to expand. Size is back on these piles. I think a terror tech is probably needed at this point, and yep, he's preparing a terror tech, so good call on him. Setting up a couple demo traps. I do like that as well. Situation like this, there's no reason not to go for demo traps. At best, it kills the V army. At worst, you just buy some time. And he probably doesn't expect that many, considering he's vanilla GLA. The TT is going through the far right side, but the main tech army is also going there. So I think he's using this as a cover for this tech. And yeah, he hasn't moved for this one yet, so he's moving in a little bit deep though. I don't think this is necessary. But crucially, he's going to get both these oils, which is a big amount of size income actually, because this is going to become unsafe because of this garrison RPG. Yeah, suddenly what looked like a really phenomenal start from Size is kind of translating to a pretty poor mid game in my opinion. I feel like Size could have done a lot better. I mean, I think this firebase is good. Maybe at some point he needs to drop down like an airfield before he got TT there, just to have a defensive Comanche. Or he just prepares a V. Either or works. I just like the Comanche because it's a very safe way of dealing with the techs. So even if he sends like 5 techs and one of them as a TT, you can't exactly overwhelm a Comanche with technicals because they can't fire at aircraft. He's dropping a couple panic demo traps, but he has a spy drone on this one. No vision on this one. No vision, no vision. Side's getting a couple of these middle buildings. Trying to get the hospital. There is a garrison here. And a lot of these were loaded up. Needs to be careful about these, some of these tech buildings. I know these ones give a lot of XP. I think they give 200 XP if you kill them. I forget if the hospital gives XP. I think it gives veterancy. Size actually has flashbang, so he's clearing up some of the garrisons, which is nice. Scans for the demo traps. Size playing it very safe. Here's now his radar. He's almost on Palace Tech. But yeah, it's gonna come down to this V army if something happens. I think that's a TT from behind, but Size is aware. And Marius is walking straight into a garrison and a V concave here, so that ends up very poorly for Marius. He only has 3 techs left. He's gonna probably be making buggies now, but it's gonna take time until the buggies are online. No sign of a strat center actually. He's A10ing the oils, which is very smart. He's actually making another supply center here. I don't know if it's worth it. I feel like it's not really that worth it because you're moving a couple units closer when you can just long distance collect anyways. Yeah, these oils go down, which is important. This supply is actually camped out. Got a Crusader as well over here. But crucially, Crucially, Barry's army is reset. So now he's only got buggies and maybe one or two quads. Yeah, and he just lost another tech here, so Maze is gonna be losing the map control slowly. This Flash Ranger is gonna be really annoying because it's gonna delay this supply retake. Crusader barely lives on red health. And I think Size has actually gotten it again. So, as I said earlier, this engagement was probably gonna decide the game, and lo and behold, the game's kind of decided at this point. It's turning towards Size's favor now. Yeah, all these garrisons under Size control. He's taking these tech structures here. He can even long distance collect this at some point. Maybe he sends a one Chinook there or one Chinook here. Either or works. He's got buggies, but they're unupgraded, and the market that's probably got the upgrade coming up. He's still making worker shoes, so yeah, it's. I mean, there were mistakes from both players here, but I think Size's start was really commanding. I think Mary's had a really good response to the start in the mid game, but I think just some of those decisions, like sending the tech army into the base when it's just empty techs. I mean, there's no reason to risk your technicals like that. What do you achieve doing that? You might get vision. I mean, you're not harassing the Chinooks. If you're just sending empty techs, you're just setting up opportunities for Size to kill the army with a good engagement. Even if you get a good engagement against the V army, there's no reason to play that risk. First US win of the night. I mean, night where you are, it's still afternoon or transitioning to evening here, so it's pretty far off from what would be a night in this case for my time zone at least. Air Stealth, Canyon. Okay, I know Canyon is a good map for Peace Lover. I know he's quite adept at this map. Kind of interested to see. I could see a Comanche build actually working here. He could, if I know Size hates playing Comanches, and he usually plays it pretty safe with the stealth. Uh, So it's very possible that Maze will do a Comanche build here. So yeah, Size is the orange stealth, and Mary's as the green air force. Excel saying I might be at the zoo. Interesting. It's dark outside for 9 a.m., so I am saying night. Mara WTF. What WTF for? I'm confused. Let's see. Okay, middle tunnel from Size. Is he gonna get a safe tunnel or is he gonna venture out here? He's getting terrorists just in case of a drop. Maris is playing it safe. He's getting Vs and keeping the CC. Oh, okay. Hello, Queen Muff. Let's see. I just understood the message. Size got a worker hidden behind the trees. Some autumn leaves in these trees. Dozer is over here, looking for crushes, but Size is building a tunnel up here. I think that's a tech RPG with 2 terrorists, probably for the power. Now Size knows that he's not playing against the Comanches, which is pretty helpful. He drops off 2 RPGs that might have a worker. He's gonna try and build a sneaky tunnel. I like that play. On this map in particular, it's very easy to force a response in this area. Mace is building a fire base. Not sure if I agree with that. I think that's a bit ambitious to firebase that. He's brought over a Chinook for the PDL. Size is gonna get in the garrison, so that's gonna be really annoying. And this actually has a lot more RPGs than expected, and I think that alone might have just decided it. Yeah, he kills the tech, but this tunnel's not gonna get up, and he's gonna have quads here camping this. I mean, you can still collect off of that supply, but yeah, I don't know what he was doing with this firebase. This seemed really ambitious. These MDs are gonna go to waste here a little bit as well. And yeah, Size probably has some quads in the tunnel. I mean, getting V count reset this early, 5 quads with a couple RPGs as well. I don't really see how Marius defends this. He sells the supply entirely. That's a bit surprising. But I guess he's just expecting the push. He's gonna try and rebuild it here, I'm guessing. But now Size is sending this worker over here to try and contest it. Barracks will go down. The RPGs are chasing the Vs. He really should be using one of these Chinooks now, especially because the quads were out of position for a second. Loses the V with MDs. He's gonna lose this Chinook over here, and I think, yeah, there's no way Marius recovers from this start. Yeah, he's just gonna suicide his economy here. And I'm expecting a GG in a second. Yeah. That's a tough one. That's very tough.
You have been defeated.
I mean, that engagement on the houses with the Chinook not PDLing close enough, it kind of just costed him the game. How Size is gonna play the reverse, I think he's just probably gonna play Vs. Size doesn't really do Comanches. No, it's best of 13, guys. It's not a best of 11. I forgot to update the title with that, actually. Sorry about that. Yeah, title should now say best of 13. It's in the description, but yeah, it should be in the title now. Let's see. I don't know, Size plays Vs with retaliation on. I mean, to be honest, like for Size's playstyle, it's not the worst thing, by the way. I mean, if he's just playing it slow and getting a ton of Vs in his base, very big delay. Ooh. Do you want to host, or I stay host? Okay. Wait. Size you host. Let's try Size hosting. Okay. It's just okay. Wait, let me just check stream chat. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, I'm not missing anything. So, Marius is now the stealth GLA with green, and Size is now the orange USA or Air Force. So, Size is going for this supply. You can do that sometimes because sometimes this supply is just way too unsafe because of this little village here. You eventually drop down a fire base, you take this garrison, and then this supply just becomes a little annoying to siege. Plus you got piles again, so you can collect on a higher rate thanks to these piles. And let's see what Size goes for. He might go for something like King Raptor as well. No, he's just gonna play it probably standard. He's building the barracks first, so he can build a barracks here as well. I was gonna say fire base, but I think this isn't actually a bad idea. So he gets this MD out very quickly to this garrison, and he can also send this dozer to venture out for workers here. There's this one middle worker. He's actually gone for 3 supplies, so yeah, we're seeing another situation where Size is playing a bit of a greedier build order, but then Mary's has a more economically greedy build order. Mary's is sending his first TT, I believe, to the power plant, if I were to guess. He might intercept this missile defender, which would be good. Denies vision. No, he's just going past. He's actually got a worker here, but Size has radar, so he shouldn't miss that. And he's gonna get the power. It's a nice win. I mean, it's always good to get power. This is a nice move, putting this worker in this garrison. It's gonna weaken this garrison severely, so this dozer's gonna have to venture out to repair it if he wants to actually use it. Aw, this worker gets intercepted, unfortunately. I was wondering if it was gonna get up. But yeah, looks like Maris is actually rushing oil caps, which is kind of cool. I think one way you could play this as the stealth is you could muscle your way through the Air Force early on with a giant quad RPG push, or another way is you just take over the map and eventually you just swallow the Air Force in his base because he's basically fighting the whole map. You just kind of overwhelm him with having too much stuff. Sai's gonna get a 3rd supply in a moment. Sai's not being very efficient with the Chinooks, I think. No, wait, he is collecting off of this because this is almost mined out. I thought he wasn't, but yeah, this was the one just mining off the main supply. He's got 2 MDs in this firebase, which is a smart move. So he can't get quad harassed like this. That's 2 quads gone to waste. Couple techs are out. All empties. Loses a quad, but he loses a V, but I'm guessing got the evac. But Marius is crucially getting these oils. So he's going to be on 3 supplies and 2 oils. And Marius' collection is good. He's got 5 workers. He's got 4 workers. Could use 1 more. And that's about 5 workers. Yeah. Yeah, 5 workers. He's got a worker back here, but the V's are going for it. Loses 2 techs there as well. This minaret tower is going to get knocked down. Yep. That's the Stas tower. Kills 2 MDs. He's TTing this fire base. It's a good move, honestly, because that opens this up to harassment, and the dozer's way too far away from building a quick fire base. So now this is actually open, and he could send out like a quad battalion here and push Size back into 2 supplies. He's sending the quads 1 by 1 at this point into his main base. I think right after he cleared up that fire base, the squad should have definitely gone over here. It just doesn't make sense to siege this, especially when it's quite deep in his base. He's gonna lose 2 techs for this, but I think it's worth it because he's gonna start applying pressure in Size's external supply. He's got 5 V's out. And I think they're all loaded. Yeah, they're all loaded with something. He's gonna lose this supply here, but Marius has to be really careful. Yeah, he doesn't have RPGs in position for this palace, so he might lose it. Marius could lose this palace immediately. That's a big blow. He has a huge tech army that's gonna try and surround it, but I'm really hoping he queued up Jarman and buggies. Did he drop a market? Oh, he didn't drop a market even. That's big, because he could have at least just gotten worker shoes. Let's see if he queued up buggies. Couple more quads over here, but Size is getting his strat soon. Based off the long build time, he's either macroing poorly or he queued up a buggy. I'm hoping it's a buggy. Okay, he got the Jarman at least. Jarman's pretty important. But yeah, buggies would have helped big time against this V blob. Just 2 buggies even make it so much more annoying. He's got a bit of an aggressive pop. Kills an ambo and a V. I mean, he's kicking size off of 3 supply collection. He still has 2 supplies. Size is 2-star now, so he could send the B2 bomber. Marius is actually double collecting here. Smart move. I think that was a buggy, but I'm not sure. He doesn't have this oil tunnel, so this oil will probably die to a burden or V's. Size is just sending a Spectre down the map. And I'm gonna guess that's probably just... I don't know if that's Spectre 1 or Spectre 2. And that's Spectre level 1, so he probably has the B2 bomber as well, and he's saving it. If he had Spectre 2, I would have gone for the Palace just to reset it. Because he has full map vision because of Strat Center's ability. That is the B2 bomber, and I think that's just gonna finish off this supply in arms theater. I mean, it's a very safe way of going about it. It's a very efficient and safe way to clear out buildings. Marius now has his palace again, but he's on 1 arms theater, so he's gonna build very slowly. I think he misclicked and he's building a palace again instead of a market by accident. I'm really hoping he notices that. I had a game earlier today where I accidentally built 2 palaces next to each other instead of a market. What is over here? There's a worker. Size is getting an airfield up for some King Raptors. But it's very close to this army, actually. Oh, that tunnel gets denied at 99. That's super important. Yeah, Marius has not noticed that he's building a second palace yet. Hopefully he notices soon. He's gonna bring the techs over to the production line. But these are filled up Bs already, so they can fend for themselves. This tunnel gets denied. And yeah, there's the King Raptor. Load of RPGs. Like a huge amount, but there's just way too many Chinooks and that terrorist just walked into 3 Bs. If it's not a demo trap he runs into, it's a terrorist running at him that he walks into. That's funny. But I think Size still probably wins this because now he's Air Force with a comfortable position. He's got a bunch of Tovies loaded with MDs. He's got King Raptors going up. He's gonna collect off of this and he still needs to clear this oil, but I mean that oil is pretty easy to clear. He's using an A10 for a tunnel, I'm guessing. Almost hits the terrorists actually. Okay, he canceled his second palace, but that does delay him from building something else. Using the 3 King Raptors on the oil. Yeah, and now Size is in a situation as Air Force where he can play passively, which is perfect. There is a hijacker, but where are the dozers? There's one dozer out here, so there's one potential area he could get power. But at the same time, I think in a situation like this, when you have so few units, it doesn't really matter even if you get power. I mean, he's only on 1 buggy, and there's 4 King Raptors out. He's probably getting the LGM and countermeasures upgrade. There's no Pathfinders, so Jarman can snipe at these, but having said that, he's gonna lose his only buggy and be back to 0. King Raptors are going for more tech building targets. Marius actually captured this. That's a mistake. Size can just gun this down and get 200 XP for free. He's hitting fortified supplies. 1 King Raptor goes down, now without leaving this at red health. And yeah, he doesn't really have the buggy count he needs at this point. I mean, the buggies are arriving now, but he's once again in this annoying loop where if he's not missing army, he's missing buggies. If he's not missing buggies, he's missing army because He has to use whatever he has to defend. Another Spectre coming. I think that's on a market. No, he's hitting this. I don't think it'll kill. Oh, with King Raptors it will though. Yeah. And yeah, Size is in Marius's market line as well. Size is almost floating 10k and Marius is barely got income with 0 supply centers. Aw, that's a nasty carpet. He gets another buggy. Yeah, his last 2 buggies are gonna die in a second. That's GG. He's actually sending
You have been
Shinux to
defeated.
collect in his base. Yeah, I mean, this is a matchup that Size is also very adept at. That's the thing. Size loves a casual and slow and steady pace game. And if you give Size that, he will just kind of run away with the game like that. Want to clan wars after this? I could. I wouldn't mind. I'm actually curious to see if Size would be interested to play at some point after this as well. Had a good set with him yesterday. Could do a rematch of that. Um, Air talks. And what map are we gonna see here from Size? Bitter Winter. So that's Bitter Winter balanced. Um, let's see the maps. Can I see mini maps? Okay, I'll cycle through the maps first down the road. That's one of them. Where's Sovereignty? This one. Oh, this is. I think Size is just gonna run away with the Air Force win on this one. I think this is a 1-1 map for Air Force. I don't see how GLA even wins past the 5-minute mark here unless they get a god tier start. I mean, there's so many builds you can do as air on this. I mean, Comanches alone just completely wreck this in this map. I don't think there's a way to beat a Comanche build order here comfortably. Not without some extreme levels of outplay. But Size won't go Comanches because he just doesn't feel like playing Comanches. I mean, even a regular V build, even a V Raptor build is very deadly here. May's actually only built, I think 4 workers from his CC. Or no, he built 5. He had one over here. So those are dropping. We see War Factory, CC Keep. I mean, the CC Keep is nice, but I mean, you have so much leeway early on as Air Force. I feel like this is a map that you actually don't really need to keep here. Because there's so much distance, you'll probably have dozers in safe spots anyways. Mary's actually playing very defensive. 2 tunnels on both his supplies. He's got 4 terrorists out, so he could do a TNT. He's actually doing a V drop, which is interesting. Or no, that might be an ambo drop. This could be an ambo. We're gonna find out in a second. Nope, that's a V. And Size is microing in the direction of the terrorists, so he should have bought time for these workers. They're still gonna get crushed. I was hoping because he microed the V in the terrorist direction, he would actually buy time for the retreat, but he just lost 4 workers there. And Size is looking to V spam it up. He's just gonna fill them up now. I mean, this is a very nice aggressive tunnel, and he's getting one over here, but this Chinook's gonna be a real nuisance. Got a TNT on the supply center. That's good. This tunnel gets denied. That's pretty crucial. Kills the tech here in the Chinook, so now the Chinook is not going to be as much of a nuisance now. Marius has control of the left, but Size is building up a V army slowly. Third supply gets built, but it's instantly denied. Loses 1 V, loses 2 Vs. But it does lose the tunnel to the hole. Oh, he might lose the 3rd V. Okay, that's a pretty good engage. And Size's oil cap is getting delayed. Having said that, these MDs are laser locking the remaining techs. Oh, this tech is indecisive. He's gonna lose that tech as a result. No, it barely lives. Ah, this V is crushing the worker line again. Yeah, these sneaky Vs from Size are keeping Mary's occupied. Oh, he might lose a terrorist. Oh, that's sad. That's just gonna delay a TT. You'd never want to do that. If you're preparing a TT, never do that. It hurts yourself more. Size getting an RD platform over here. Couple RPGs dropped off, but they're hitting infantry. Now he's on the V. Oh, he's gonna lose a really good quad. Yeah, he just lost a really good quad, and he is trading into these MDs, which is not bad because he has 3 supplies, but yeah, some of these trades, I mean, he shouldn't have lost that good quad there. I feel like if anything, he should have put 2 RPGs here, start gutting the soil down a while ago to delay the cap. He even has a tunnel, so he can pop some units up above the cliff and at least start firing at it. Mary's still on 2 arms dealers. Size is gonna take this house. Yeah, this ranger's gonna be capping soon. Yeah, this oil had to be dealt with in a better manner. That's a empty tech going for a crush on the ranger. Tech does get it, but it screws up the pathfinding a little bit. Fortunately, this is empty, but this one had something, but the missiles didn't fire. So that's lucky for Mary's. Mary's now on a 4th supply. And he's finally got this tunnel up. Another ranger over here. This watchtower is going to be quite annoying to deal with. He's sending a tech through the long route. It's loaded with something, but surely he noticed. He also needs to really notice this one. He has vision of it. I can't tell if he has if he's aware of it or not. He's gonna TNT this supply maybe. Gets the power. I mean, power is never a bad kill. In the early game at least. And he's gonna let Sai's get the soil for free, so Sai's actually getting a way more than he should. XP is looking pretty close. Marius is leading it at the moment. Okay, at least he denied this soil. That was pretty important. Sais has a sizable amount of Vs. He could do a push. Sends his spare Chinook to collect this. That's smart. I would have probably collected from here, but this is also fine because this is actually quite unsafe. Loses a pretty full V there, which is pretty crucial. And I'm very surprised that we have not seen a combat Chinook yet from Sais. Because a combat Chinook actually deals with this, like, perfectly. Marius does have quads, but there's significantly more techs out at this point. So I just see zero reason not to transition to one combat Chinook at least to force the unit mix. Marius is going for a 5th supply now. And yeah, this is what I was talking about earlier, man. Sending these empty techs into the base like this. There's no reason to do that. And it's just... Yeah, if it happens once or twice, sure, it's not the worst. But if it happens consistently, it does add up. And that's... We're gonna end up in a situation potentially again where Sais just has a ton of units and Marius has very little to defend. Because every time he clumps up units, he's just kind of throwing them away. He's got a Tox Rebel in there as well with his TT, so I think he's trying to bust open this guard tower. And yeah, finally the RPGs are gunning down this soil, but the Vs are coming in, so this should have happened ages ago, even before it was capped, as soon as he saw him get captured. And I think he's gonna use his 4th terrorist on that dozer, just to delay the strat. He might lose the money. Okay, he cancelled. He's still got a Tox Rebel, I think, in there too. Or no, where did he use the Tox Rebel? I actually have no clue. Ambo is being used to block the toxin stream. That's pretty smart. Chinook goes down. Sais is now noticing that his Chinooks are dying. Might lose a V here if he doesn't micro that. Yeah, loses V. This one might go red. Goes to yellow. And Marius is on a lot. He's on 3 arms, a market, and a palace. So Marius is on quite a bit. There is a ranger capping here. Hopefully Marius hears that with this tech, because that's loaded with something. So he's probably gonna micro it. He clears up this garrison, but he's gonna clear up the Toxin Rebel with the Tovi. Looks like this tech is just doing some annoying harass. And yeah, I think Marius is finally picking up some steam. At least. He's actually had a pretty good start to this game. We got Anthrax Gamma, so now these RPGs are gonna do massive damage. That V is dead. And yeah, I mean, Gamma rockets are insane. They just do so much damage to the Vs. Size is still at 65% for Strat Center. I'm expecting worker shoes very soon, and I'm also expecting the oh, he just got the fortified. That's so unlucky for Size. That was gonna be a dead supply. And now he's gonna just keep collecting. That was very, very lucky timing there for Marius.
Search and destroy.
Got the search up now. We got the B2 bomber coming in. He's gonna try and finish off the supply. It's not getting repaired, so he actually may get the kill off. Yeah, he will get this kill for sure. And Size used the Spectre already. And it wasn't to that great of success, so... Yeah, Size is gonna have to make something happen with V's. But Marius is on a lot of buggies. He is getting an airfield out, so King Raptors and Comanches will be in play very soon. And yeah, these Anthrax RPGs. Yeah, he doesn't have flashbangs. I thought he was sieging with flash, but he was just kind of headbutting into the garrison. Almost lost 3 Vs just for the garrison. That's a loaded tech. I think that's a tech terror for the strat, if I were to guess. He's moving a dozer immediately forward. That's pretty smart. He's got radar as well. Does he have shoes? He does have shoes. That's good. Garrison gets cleared up. That's an empty Tovi, so he has nothing to put in this garrison immediately. But the Vs are now in the base of Mary's, and Mary's needs to make a decision. Yeah, he's gonna defend instead of going on the offense. Jarman is out. There are no Pathfinders here, so Jarman's kinda safe as long as he sticks near these buggies. That is a loaded tech, and I think it has terrorists inside of it too. Yeah. Oh my god. Thighs TTs himself by running into the TT. I mean, a US TT is pretty rare, and I think that is a example of one in a sense. Size does have King Raptors out, and he is getting a third supply finally. This supply is mined out, but he is gonna be able to collect from this and this. I don't like the fact that he's flying over these tunnels like this for that exact reason. He's very lucky he didn't lose a single... Okay, yeah. Mary should have lost. Mary should have stopped commanding these squads. The fact that Size lost no King Raptors there is absolutely criminal. I think he used the Spectre. Nah, it's just... There is a Spectre, never mind. Think that's on a market? Yep, that's on a market. He's got command center now, so he's able to go for Tox Ambush. He's actually pre-dropping these. I really like this move. Yeah, this was very smart from Mary's. He's actually pre-dropped them, so he's got a little bit more time to kill the Raps before they take off. Killed 3 Raps with a technical. That's more than worth it. Tox ambushes the remaining part of Size's ground army. Technical gets cleared up by this King Raptor that's left from the TT. And I think Marius has got this. Granted, Size can long distance collect, but Size is not in the most favorable position, to be honest. I mean, his mains are mined out. He's only collecting here. If Marius just tunnels towards these positions, I mean, he has his army here. But if he tunnels here and pops like 4 quads, then Size is kicked off of this income. Marius is actually getting his own oil finally, too. He's got a Vet 3 Rebel. That V takes so much damage from the Tox Rebels. He has to be kind of careful about the King Raptors. Oh, there's no King Raptors left. Okay. He should kill this ASAP so he can get the bounty money. That's nice. No AP rockets yet. No AP bullets yet. No advanced training. No chem suits. Probably wants advanced training at the very least. There is a Jarman out now. No Pathfinder means this Jarman is going to be a real nuisance to deal with. And yeah, Size's main base is looking very much so in trouble. He can't call the carpet because he doesn't have strat center. He has a LGM Raptor. Kills 1 quad. But yeah, this is gonna propel Mary's to 5-star. And once he gets a sneak next to this airfield, it's game over for sure. Workers are moving around very sporadically here for some reason. Oh, it's because he's long distance collecting this, that's why. He needs to stop this income, to be honest, as well, though. Don't know why he's letting Size freely collect here. He's got a lot of buggies, but they're far from quads, so he can split fire and probably kill 3 buggies. 2 at the very minimum with minimal split fire. Sai's a bit lazy with the split fire though. Kills 2 buggies with 2 wraps. Could have probably killed all of that if he split fired correctly. Yeah, there's a load of quads. Unupgraded, but I mean, there's just too many units and he doesn't have a response. So yeah, Mary's gets a win. I'm actually really surprised that the air lost in this map because I felt like this is a map air just can't lose in, if anything. Like, I don't expect air to win that, or air to lose that map. Just waiting for Size to host. Oh wait, no, I think they're waiting for me to host because I hosted last game. Okay. So now Marys will be playing Air Force. I think, I do think Marys will go for Comanches here. I'd be very surprised if he doesn't. Because Comanches on a map like this just wreck everything. Like, it's super difficult to defend. Given how open the map is. He might do Helis or Raptor Vs. I think Raptor Vs is not that great against Tox, to be honest. I'd rather go commies or full Vs. Maybe it's taking a bit of time to rejoin. Okay. Gonna see what is this, game number 8 to this best of 13. Gonna be surprised if Air loses it again, to be honest. I still firmly believe this is a map that Air Force should not lose against any GLA, for a matter of fact. Let's see. No 3 dozer for crushes if he was going for Comanches. So there's that much. And just off the fact he's not boxing, I have a feeling this is Comanches. Let's find out. Yeah, I was right. It's gonna be Comanches. Okay. Second airfield. Oh no, it is V's Raptors. Okay. I really disagree with this V Raptor build. I don't think it's that great. Uh, I'd much rather go Comanches here. I mean, V Raps is okay against like vanilla tunnels and stuff, but against Tox tunnels and Tox RPGs, I don't know if I feel very confident with this build. I would have preferred if he just went to double triple airfield. Okay, let's see how it goes. So there's a worker on the right. This worker is gonna get denied, which is important. And Sai suddenly has no tunnels around the map. He does have 3 supplies though, which is pretty big. So Sai is gonna have a lot of money to work with early on. There's the King Raptor. I think he's looking for a tech right now, which is why he's not attacking something. There is a tech coming. And I think he spotted it. I think he's gonna get the tech. Yeah, he got the tech and everything inside. That's a good lead of the King Raptor. Okay. Now I'm having a little more faith in the King Raptor build because it's working. But I do sincerely think that a Comanche build on this map is nigh unstoppable. Especially against Size, because Size does not play that aggro in this matchup, usually. He usually plays way more eco-focused, if anything. Another tech goes down. This quad might bring the V to red health. It is going to, and this V will go down. When V goes down, the King Raptors are just looking around for targets, I think, at this point. He sees that there's no tunnel here. He sees the tunnel here. I think Mary's just wants to get an idea of what size his base looks like before he decides on a target. He's actually hitting some of the workers. Split firing. That's a bit cute. I think, I like that play because there's no reason, there's no value to hitting this tunnel, honestly, so you may as well do some eco damage at that point. Size is getting this oil, but yeah, he's on 4 supplies. So once he drops the second arms dealer, which he has, Size will be on a lot of quads very soon. And there's the first significant quad push. He's gonna have 2 King Raptors, 3 King Raptors actually. Might lose a Raptor, lose 1. But he's done what he needs to do as the Air Force here, which is defend. Because once you're defending with Air Force and once you're bunkered in, things get a lot more difficult for the GLA, especially if you're on 3 supplies like this. It's dropping a second fire base even. I'd even get a barracks over here at some point. Maybe here, because you can't build here. Just so you can at least, he attacked into this from fog. He needs to constantly press the force fire button if he wants to hit the tunnel. He risks a quad pop doing that. Fortunately, I don't think Size was looking there. Size is now expanding to 5 supplies. This tunnel is now cleared, so now it's just these garrisons. There was a V here that ran over the worker line, so Size is knocked to 4 supplies temporarily. Second war factory up, so I'm gonna be expecting Tovi spam, which is quite strong past the early game. The reason I don't like the Tovies early on is because Tox tunnels are pretty hard to muscle through, but if you're kind of transitioning to this state of the game where things are slowing down a bit, then you can definitely get away with Tovi spam now. Because now you're past the scary part of fighting Tox early on. He might crush this worker line as well. Ooh, gets a good crush. Gets 5 workers essentially. And the Tovies are streaming in. But yeah, this is what I was talking about. There's the big quad push, and 1 firebase is not going to cut it here. He needs to send some of his Tovies, and he probably will need to use the Raptors to defend here. He actually loses 2 quads to a single firebase shot. So that's pretty big. Has a vet 2 quads, so that's a bit scary. Couple Hellfire drones on the Vs as well, ripping through the quads. This supply is severely damaged. This one is getting a tunnel now. Size is now on 6 supplies. The Size, even though he's losing a lot, he does have the money to spam, but you have to be careful in this situation again, because you don't want to be in a situation where you have all the money in the world, but suddenly the guy is at your production because you don't have any units left because you keep sacrificing them for these onslaught pushes. Couple tunnels get taken out by the King Raptors. Maze is 2-star now, so he will have access to Carpet Bomb. Got a quad cannon here. Another worker crush coming up, I think. Size is moving out of the way, but I think his tunnel might be full. Okay, lost 2 workers, but yeah, once again, 6 tunnel or 6 supplies is a lot to fight into. But Size isn't really getting the chance to abuse the 6 supplies. Like, he's kind of just using it to constantly replace what he's losing. He's not really advancing forward with his advantage. There's the strat. The search is deployed. Command center scaffold placed. Tunnel's getting sniped by King Raptors. We got countermeasures now, so it's going to be much more difficult to snipe these with quad pops. He's actually used the carpet over here. Kills the worker building the palace. Doesn't hit any of the garrisons though. I would have used the carpet on the garrisons to be honest, because I think that just opens up more freedom to attack move into these quads. Yeah, Mary's got a lot of Tovies. Tovies attacking the 6th supply. Supply barely lives, but yeah, I mean, there's 2 big Tovi armies, and Size has to basically fight on 2 fronts. I think he has enough money to probably do that, but he's getting chipped at slowly but surely. He's got a Spectre out now. That's gonna probably hit this spot if I were to guess. No, he's just hitting the supply. Loses this supply. There's about 4k left, so it's not that worth rebuilding. Spectre gets taken out, but not without taking the supply to the hole. Couple Tovies here are gunning down the garrisons, but those RPGs from Cox are really, really tough to beat. 4 King Raptors. Oh, that might go for the palace. That's a huge kill if that gets it. Yeah, and he takes the palace to the hole. Palace is down to the hole now, so Maze was actually on 4 supplies. Is he dropping drop zones? No, he's building another power. Because I think he is gonna start getting drop zones ready. Level 1 A10 to finish off the GLA hole of the palace. Smart move. Gets a couple workers as well. We got a huge Tovi push coming up. When you have more Tovies than quads, this is when it becomes very scary as GLA. But again, these garrisons are gonna make it very tough to siege. So Marys needs some answer to these garrisons, whether it's flash Vs or a single microwave or anything. Because yeah, he has a huge army, but he actually is kind of restricted in terms of his movement. Yeah, he just needs to fill up these garrisons with like RPGs constantly. And Marys will always be taking bad fights. That watchtower has 2 RPGs. Quad push gets a good concave on the side of the V push. He's gonna trade a bit into these quads. He doesn't have a market, so no upgrades as of yet. No buggies even, so it's just quad V Tovi. And yeah, now we're seeing drop zones come out. And honestly, I just also drop a particle on the side, just so it really applies the pressure on size to make something happen in Mary's base. Size is almost 3-star, 400 XP away, but I mean, this is the power of Air Force. Like, there's almost a, well, now it's a 3,000 gap, XP gap between Size and Maurice. Yeah, Size is calling GG, and the Air Force does win it this time around. I think the build did work for sure. Personally, I just feel as though Comanche's restrict the GLA so much, it's just better to go with that approach. But I mean, if you get a good start with the Viking Raptor, you can oftentimes snowball that as well pretty uncontrollably. Six supply means nothing when you're floating 12k. That's very true. He was on 2 arms dealers for the most of it. Zazon says Markar scrolls map too hectic. That's his force of habit. I'll try and be slower. Millard says hi. Hello, Millard. Flamic says Casto boy brings back bad memories, or brings back memories, bad ones, very bad ones. I get what you mean, don't worry about it. Let's see. The build would fail if Size had forward tunnels for sure with the support of the Tox RPGs. I mean, yeah. but this map is quite open, so there's a lot of distance for workers to traverse. So by the time you do get the middle tunnels, the Air Force will usually have its first couple units up already. Or you can probably even send a dozer forward. Um, Mary says couple minutes BRB. He has to sigh his toilet. Shit happens. Alright, let's see. Uh, let's see what else is going on in the chat. Got 31 viewers. That's pretty nice. You free to stream the 2v2 Master Finals? 1800 GMT? Probably not, because I have to play another set later today at about an hour from then actually. At 1930 GMT. Me versus Xcal. This exact same challenge actually. GLA USA challenge. But thank you for the offer, George. For those wondering, my set with Xcal will be streamed by Dominator on his channel at 1930 GMT. So that's about, I want to say, 4 hours. Monday, 1800 GMT? I thought it was today. Are you sure it's not today? Because I'm told by Domi it's today, Chris. Oh, wait, you said Monday GMT. Sorry, for George's request. Okay. Monday, I need to check my schedule. I can't 100% confirm, sorry. I'll get back to you on that one, George. I could probably, if I have nothing that on that day, I can probably cast it. But I might be out. Just message me again on Discord later and I'll get back to you on it. Okay, Mace is back. Arab Tragedy Super Weapon talks. Ah, Arab Tragedy is annoying because that means I'm not gonna have minimap. I know Zazon mentioned my my hectic scrolling, but you're gonna have to bear with me on this one for sure. Gonna have 2 games potentially. Actually, no, guaranteed 2 games without minimap. I don't really know how to substitute for you guys that because Observer is bugged on this map, but I'll try my best to catch the action with my map awareness. It'll be as if I'm basically playing it at this point. Stop keeping CC. I mean, in this map, size 100% is probably gonna keep CC. I think he's gonna go for some oil build. Only men sell CC. What is this? Not in lag. Alright. Yeah, no minimap, so sorry about that, guys. We got Mary's as the green tox on the bottom, and we have Size as the orange super weapon on top. This is gonna be very interesting how Super wins this because this is a very tough map to win, all things considered. Even as a regular US against GLA. So you have 2 oils in your base. You have 3 piles and a main dock. You got about 10k of piles here, 12k of piles here, and a refinery. That's mirrored essentially here, but you don't have the 3k piles here. You have five 5 piles here, which is about 15k. Got an oil here, reinforcement pad with a bunch of garrisons, about 5k here, and an oil here. So let's see what the players are doing in their base. We see a CC keep at the moment, and I was right. Size is going for the oils. I feel like your best shot on this map is getting some sort of mass oil grab as US. Mary's is actually doing a an oil grab of his own. So kind of playing it a bit of a macro game from both players here. Wondering if Size will do a V drop actually. Capture's up for Size now. See, is it up for Mary's? It is up for Mary's, but Mary's will get this one oil guaranteed. Size might get some oils denied here. This one will probably get denied if I were to guess. The worker went inside there. That's a tech RPG finishing off that dozer. Yeah, RPGs are gonna get in here, deny this. Crucially though, Size will get 2 oils. He's gonna get this refinery. It's an empty tech there, checking this oil. Nothing there. I think that's a tech rebel. No, that's a TT, I think. This Tox tunnel getting up is crucial. Toxin rebel going to the other oil. And is he gonna TNT this, or is he gonna TNT something else? Well, now he kind of has to make a decision because there's a MD laser locking him. There's an EMP over there. Main Size is playing this pretty casually. Should be splitting the nooks between the dock and the pile. There we go. He's doing that now. There's a ranger here, but I think it will get denied from capping. And the tech survives, so he actually can get a scrap pile. Second oil of Mary's is taken. It will soon be on a third. Tech RPG is prepared. There's V's on the bottom though. Control rods on this power plant, so Size can spam out a couple more EMPs before he needs a new power. He's got a tech RPG horde coming in. Is he gonna just headbutt this army? Yep, he's just gonna go straight for it. He does have a terrorist in there though. 2 terrorists. He needs to be very careful. Oh, he might hit it. He hits the V flat on. And suddenly Size's base is actually looking very dangerous. I'm hoping that's an ambo. That's a V. He may lose that V unless he gets some really good crushes. He gets a good crush off. That's good. Finishes off the V. I think that's worth it. I think that's worth. Mary's has that oil now. He has this oil. Oh, Size might get that. That's a crucial oil if he gets it. That's gonna give Size 1,000 more cash and some more income to work with. Size needs every bit of luck on this to try and defend against these Tox pushes. He's loading the MDs into the Vs, but it's kind of loading them into their death as well. And Size is on 1 V. He has a full V though. He's actually collecting sneakily a second supply here, which is nice. There are supply piles here actually. I've never seen these supply piles. I didn't even know they existed. Okay, good to know. I never knew that these ones existed. Mary's got this oil. He needs to get this pile. He needs to build a tunnel and get this pile. Size is EMPing for that second supply. More techs are coming in. And I mean, he's constantly trading at the moment. So far this is going okay, but suddenly now this is Mary's first trade that actually went pretty badly. He's got radar now. Unfortunately that doesn't give it to us, but at least he can see the map. He's got this oil now. So now Mary's is on 4 oils, whereas Size is on 2. Mary's also has a 3rd supply, so, or 4th supply actually, so 5th supply. It's misspoke twice. Size does need an EMP here ASAP as well, because these techs keep funneling in from here, and I mean, to be honest, he actually doesn't have that many open routes at this point. This route is blocked, this route is blocked. He just needs to close off this, and maybe he can bunker with alphas a little bit, but against Tox, it's really hard to trade even, like, bet O for nothing with alphas because of the Tox RPGs. Another tech push coming in. Load of RPGs, and again, more terrorists in these pushes. We haven't seen the terrorists get detonated, which is lucky, because he's awfully close to his RPGs and techs whenever he pops them out. He's gonna kill the barracks, I think, with this. Or no, he's gonna go for the power. Yeah, he's actually just gonna go straight for the power. Oh, the terrorist barely misses the kill on power. That's a bit crucial, but even more crucially, there's a tunnel in the base of Size, and he doesn't really have the units to clear up this tunnel. And I think this tunnel is basically gonna be the end of Size in a second. He's got Palace Tech now. He's gonna be on Anthrax Gamma soon. Yeah, he didn't notice these piles. Neither did I. Marys, don't worry. I've played this map a ton with Firelord, and this is the first time I've ever seen these piles. I think he has Anthrax Gamma now. No, he doesn't. He's just TNTing the power plants. Good call. It's the easiest way to keep Size away from bunkering. And there might be one more terrorist in there. He tried to ram it into the V. Good try. Still needs to make a pile here, but yeah, Marius is floating 8k right now. Marius trading pretty poorly. Still no Anthrax Gamma. More and more techs are being reinforced. And yeah, I just don't see how Size wins this. Even if he wins the next 3 engagements, Size is gonna take so long to rebuild, and Marius has the full map. We can't see the mini map, but yeah, Marius definitely is in a commanding position. There's the Anthrax Gamma, so now we got pink rockets. He specters the tunnel. He actually has to, because he doesn't have any other choice. He keeps getting reinforced. Might lose a dozer to those RPGs. There is a heroic RPG as well. But it gets gunned down by a ranger. The ranger is now heroic. It's got 2 dozers left. Marius was saying real men sell their CC. Well, in this case, Marius just did it for Size. He made him sell the CC in a sense. He's rebuilding it now. Yeah, Marius has the freest game at this point. I'm not a betting man, but like if I was, I'd bet my liver at this point if like that Marius would win this. Like, it doesn't take a genius to know what a commanding position this is, honestly. All we really need is just a Scud Storm, and that's basically the nail in the coffin. But Marius is just basically making a great wall of GLA. So even if Size has the thought of pushing out, he's just gonna run into a million Tox tunnels with Gamma upgrade and Stingers with Gamma upgrade. There's the Jarman as well. I mean, I'd send the Jarman looking for a dozer as well at some point. Size does have 1 oil, and he's gonna be on 1 supply very soon. Well, 1.5, because he has the equivalent of 2 supplies here. He actually cancels the airfield because he sees the the units coming with his strat center scan. Tox Gamma Bus just obliterates those two Vs. There's a Jarman in that bus still, and yeah, them Gamma buses, those Gamma buses just annihilate anything that they touch. And yeah, Size calls it GG. There's the Tox Ambush as a
You have been defeated.
finishing player. I'm very interested to see how on earth Mary's is gonna play the reverse of this, because this seems like a very insane matchup. Like, granted, if you bunker all your sides and you do get the oils, yeah, you have a really good chance, but that's a really hard ask for like super weapon against Tox especially. Like Mary's needs like a perfect game to win this. Like he literally needs a perfect game. Why no minimap? This map is bugged with minimap, that's why. Flamex says it's fine, only bad players care about top level scrolling. Uh, I guess what Zezon is beyond expert player. He is super expert. Do not underestimate Zezon. Let's see. Size is saying 1 second. Gives me time to check the chat. Khmer is saying, what a giant map. Yeah, this is a pretty big map. I think this is an old map as well. Who made this challenge? I think this is Firelord's challenge as well. Yeah, this is Firelord's challenge. Chris answered it. Size isn't so good in this, to be honest. If you were looking early on in the set, he was actually playing quite good in terms of getting away with some really greedy build orders. But I think Peace Lover's picking up on how Size is playing, and he's kind of playing accordingly to it. Size is really good at doing what he does, but I don't think Size is good at adapting to other playstyles sometimes. Whereas I think Peace Lover is very... I don't think he's as proficient as Size, but I think he has the capability to adapt throughout a set. And I think that's what's showing here right now, is Peace Lover's ability to adapt. Okay. So now we have Size as the Tox and Mary's as the super weapon. So I didn't mention this last game, but I think one build order mistake I saw Peace Lover do was he went for like I think the oil grab was fine, to be honest, but I was a little worried if that was gonna impede his ability to try and deny the super weapons oil caps. So now it's honestly a lot of this game is gonna come down to how many oils Marius gets. If Marius gets 3 oils or more, this is probably gonna be a good game. Otherwise, I see Tox winning this very quickly. I like what Marius is doing. He's doing a CC keep. I think this is actually pretty smart on this map, because it's very easy to die to a Dozer Hunt here. And he's gonna probably do pat spam. And I think on this, you just need to like really wait out your oils. And once you have your oil eco boom, you can actually make something happen. Yeah, and this is what I was worried about. Is that Size is going for an oil grab, but he's not going for a TT. So if he runs into a Patriot, he's kind of in a really bad spot because... Oh, he needs to stop command this before it goes low power. Yeah. The reason you do that is because control rods upgrade slower in low power as well, so It's just an efficiency thing. I need to see where that tech went. I'm not sure where it went. Okay, it went down here. So I think he's dropping a Tox Orbital here. No, he's dropping a Tox Orbital for this garrison. And yeah, this is exactly what I was talking about. So now, suddenly, Size's tech RPG is essentially wasted. And he lost so much momentum early on for the first oil deny. I mean, he could have sent this Tox Orbital here. I don't even know why he kept the Tox Orbital in the tech, to be honest. But yeah, yes, you're gonna cut even with the super weapon in terms of money, but do you really need to cut even against super? That's the thing. So Marys can probably quick rush a strat, and this is exactly what I was kind of gonna get to. He just needs to rush a strat, get some alphas, get some search and destroy Humvees, and start clearing up the map. And this is a huge mistake. I don't know why Size is not on the soil. Size not denying the soil is extremely strange. Oh no, Size. Come on. You let him get the 1k cash, and that means so much, because that's basically just a free airfield. I mean, granted, Peace Lover is still boxed in his base, but this is a much better start compared to, like, last game. I mean, in terms of starts, I don't think you can cut more even than this, in all honesty, so... I think Peace Lover is playing this exactly the way he needs to. Size took the oil from Peace now. He's mining this supply. He's mining this supply. He's mining this supply. So he's on 5 supplies. 3 arms stealers. So Size is doing the correct play to adapt. Now it's just gonna come down to how well Peace Lover can abuse this strat tech. He's lost the V already, so that's not the greatest start. He's not gonna have to worry about buggies for a while. Good split fire between these MDs. And yeah, these first couple alpha shots are gonna need to really kick the game up. If I was in his position, I'd try an alpha near the tunnel supplies and just clear up some supplies. Supplies give a ton of XP, plus you can deny map control and collection from the GLA. I just heard a popping sound over here. Interesting. Don't think I've ever heard that sound in 0 hour. Size is 65% to Palace. He's tunneling this oil. Yeah, Size doing what he needs to. He's dropping a million defenses. There's the first alpha. Okay, we need to see where this alpha goes as well as where the Humvees go, because this alpha needs to make something happen. It's moving it to the bottom. I think he's waiting for a army pop. Yeah, that's what he's waiting on. Oh, the alpha's not firing. What is he doing? Oh, it fired too late. That could have been a perfect shot. That's really unfortunate. Oh, I think he flew over where he wanted to attack, so it bugged out. Oh, that could have been a really good moment, because then he could have snowballed into these tunnels potentially. But yeah, now Size just needs to transition to quad buggy. Size doing the right thing, immediately dropping the Scud. Forcing Super Weapon to have to consider trading alphas at some point. Binary cap gets denied, kills 3 techs now. Yeah, this is... I mean, Mary's had a good position, but now he's on a timer to make something happen. Like, he can't he can't bunker like this forever. He needs to at least get some collection going. He's collecting now here, which is good. There's 1 Chinook here. He needs to build a supply and get another Chinook here. I don't know why Size is sending more and more texts like this, but he is trading. He's still making texts. He should make buggies at this point. Another shot from the alpha, and look at that. 2 stinger shots and Alpha almost dies. If the third stinger hit, then Alpha was dead there. It's gonna kill that tunnel. Oh! That was a bad pop. That was a Fargo pop, yeah. The Fet saves the Alpha actually from dying, which is nice. That's a pretty big save. I mean, every Alpha staying alive just snowballs exponentially. Yeah, Scud is being built. If Size really wants to make this work, this big money strat work, I think he needs to get a Jarman bike at some point and try and get power. You can Jarman bike through these cliffs because it's gonna be tough to excuse me, I need to mute my WhatsApp. There we go. Yeah, you're gonna need to try and get past these EMPs. So Size is spamming markets. Peace is on 3 alphas. 2 are in the air. Denies the oil retake, which is nice. Should probably use it. Oh, I think he used 1 alpha. Okay, no. I thought he was going to use the alpha for the stinger. I'm a little surprised he didn't. Don't micro into the stinger site, please. Okay, I have no clue. That's pretty lucky that the stinger didn't lock onto the alpha. He's got 4 auroras though. That's very scary. When Super is on 4 auroras like this is when the game gets super hectic. Because you just suddenly bombard the entire map and this like super snowballs you to 5-star if you're quick. Misses the Jarman? No, Jarman goes flying out of orbit. Hits the stinger site with 1 alpha. He's gonna finish the stinger hole and he's gonna probably... Oh no, he's gonna hit the tunnels. Okay, that's smart. Oh my god, that Tox RPG almost one-shot the alpha. That was insane. Marius is doing his own camp actually. And it's working. Which is very surprising because I do not... Like, Size has the whole map. He's playing awfully, like, passive, given the fact that he has full map control. Granted, he's dropping 1,000,000 markets down, but... Yeah, I'd expect Size to be a little more aggressive at the very least, or plant more quads. It's letting these Auroras kind of just do their thing. It's letting Marys get a really fast 5-star soon, potentially. There's a GLA Humvee with something. I think it has a Jarman and Tox RPGs. But these are search and destroy Vs. Yeah, it does have Tox RPG. There are upgraded buggies. No AP bullets and no AP rockets. There's the alphas. He basically fired 2 on the same spot. He's hitting the stinger site. But he's gonna lose 2 alphas. And this is where it becomes super punishing for Super if you're in low eco. Every alpha loss in this situation is so painful. You need to make these alphas constantly work. And if you're losing alphas like that, then I mean, what else do you really have? You're already on tight economy anyways. And it's not like you're gonna be out ecoing Size anytime soon with this many markets. I think in those situations, if you're against an army, you have to be very precise with your shots. Otherwise, just losing even 1 alpha, you lose so much threat control or threat on the GLA. Size is floating 11k. I'm expecting him to spam out more Scud Storms, to be honest. I just saw a bunch of money used. No, he's just going with the 1,000,000 market approach. He's just gonna have so many markets that it doesn't matter if he loses like a couple to these alphas in general promotions. He might lose that alpha. Oh, yeah. There's an A10. Gets 2 quads and an RPG. but now this front EMP is destroyed, and now Marius is kind of on code red. Because he has to defend against this. Kills the heroic quad. Oh, he killed it in 2 shots because of AP rockets. That's why. I was wondering how that killed it in 2 and not before. Refinery gets taken out. New EMP is being built, but Burton is being used to kill the supply. It takes 2 time bombs to kill a supply center with structures fortified. Yeah, this Scudstorm's gonna fire. I mean, is he following up with Spectre? I think he is, but yeah, this is what I was talking about. Even though, yeah, sure, he'll kill the Scudstorm. Size has what? 1,000,000 markets? Kills a dozer. Oh, there's no Spectre follow-up. Oh, it's gonna fire a couple Scud missiles before it dies. It fires the whole Scud volley, so it doesn't even matter, and it gets taken to the hole. He lost all his alphas. He's gonna probably lose this or the drop zone. Or the oil. War Factory, power. Okay, but War Factory stays alive. He gets Pathfinders as well. These rebels will get denied, but no alphas and massive quad push with fully upgraded junk repair and AP bullets. Yeah, this is Mary's out, I'm pretty sure. I don't see how he wins this. Kills the new power plant. He's getting control rods probably on these, but I mean size is 23k. Like he literally has half the map covered in black markets. Toxin Gamma from the Scudstorm is actually killing the V. He's gonna kill a power plant. Focus the barracks to get rid of production. Yeah, now he's on no production for Marys and no power shortly. He's spectering the quads just to kill anything else he can, but I mean, well, you particle 5 markets twice, let's say you kill 10 markets. It's got like yes amount of markets. He literally has 22 markets and a scud, and he's floating 32k. Yeah, that's GG. I mean, this map is just it just feels awful playing this matchup on this map.
You have been
I
defeated.
don't really see. You need like an amazing start with the super to like do anything really here. Um, so that's 6-4 to size right now. Size, I think, only needs one more win, and then it's his. Then it's match point, or it's match point right now. So Peace Lover's got to win 3 in a row to make it work. I don't know what the decider is. I would like Firelord, if you can tell me what the decider is. Like, let's assume it goes 6-6. Just let me know what it is ahead of time. Either on here or on Discord. Just so it, because I could see it going to a decider potentially. Size is saying small map. USA talks. Alright. US talks blasted lands. Another nasty map, I feel, to fight talks on. The first of this matchup is gonna be very tough for Mary's. But if he beats this, I think he can win the reverse pretty confidently. But let's see what happens. So got Mary's as the vanilla US on the top in green. Size as the GLA talks. The bottom is orange. It's a spider and shadow immediately. So yeah, this map is pretty choke pointy. You have these very tight entrances to the base. You have this extremely narrow pathway through the middle. You got an oil in each base and an oil in the middle. But crucially, you have these supply piles, and you have these two little houses. These houses are also pretty sturdy, so you put any RPGs in them, it's gonna take a while to break them. And the reason Tox is especially annoying is because Tox tunnels can clear these up easily, Tox rebels can clear these up easily, Tox RPGs are extremely powerful in garrisons. So if Size just locks down even one of the sides, it's gonna be very annoying. He can even just have a defensive tunnel here and contest this. As long as he's making sure Marius isn't collecting on 3 supplies, it's gonna be a tough game. And I don't know where the other dozer is. The other dozer went middle, actually. So it's gonna go for a dozer crush on this. Gets the crush, so it's pretty nice to delay this middle tunnel. Delays this watchtower getting garrison and this one as well. This tunnel will get up, so the left side will probably be held confidently by Size, I'm assuming. There is a technical coming, loaded with the worker, and I'm gonna guess Tech RPG. Oh, this could be big. Oh. Infantry does take the scrap pile. Loses 1 RPG in the process, but crucially, he's gonna get this tunnel up, and even more crucially, he's gonna get this garrison. He's actually got a V inside, and the Hellfire drone was chasing it from the Chinook, but the Hellfire is gonna die to these RPGs in a second. Drops a V. The Hellfire drone is still alive, but it's gonna die here. Yeah, it's dead. He's killing some workers. I mean, Marius is doing what he can to break this. The dozer actually went here to like scout for an oil cap too. This Chinook is gonna die, which is pretty bad. I mean, it's a tough early game for Tox or for US, but every little bit of advantage US can get, they should try and get, and losing Chinooks there and losing that V here, it does sort of narrow the window of opportunity US has that they can kill Tox. Because US doesn't want to be fighting this into a mid-game scenario where Tox has a side heavily bunkered. There's going to be a quad coming up shortly that's going to be annoying. And a Tech RPG and a Tech Rebel get stopped. This quad's going to be annoying. Ports the response at least. He could send the Sambo to crush these, but I think Marius is under a little bit of pressure to make sure the squad is dealt with. This is this match point as well, so needs to make sure he's playing on form. Size on 2 tunnels or 2 oils. Second arm is either coming up. It's got a radar even, just to be more quick. Let's see. Do have a big V army actually sneaking in. This side wasn't walled off enough, so second supply is under threat. He does have a third actually over here, but I think Marius does need to do this push, and it's gonna come down to this push whether he's immediately out the game or whether he has a good shot. It's making a strat as well, so if he wins this fight, next fight will probably be won, and then he can probably snowball his lead. There is a grenade tech. V does stay at a comfortable amount of HP. Load of techs. So Size is kind of having a Mexican standoff with these Vs, but now he's gonna engage. One V is getting a low. Force the evac. Might lose a V still here. Loses the V. He might lose a second one. No, he keeps him alive. Okay. And now we have search and destroy. And Mary's, honestly, if I was Mary's, I would pull these two Chinooks and just drop these Vs across the map. Because he needs to make something happen. If he's letting Size get this whole map control like this, he needs to be on top of his main base right now. He's gonna walk the long way though. I'm hoping he waypointed appropriately. It looks like he did. This V is gonna get locked down. He might lose another V. Yeah, he's having to drive in close to the techs. He's gonna lose the ambo, which is crucial because that's his sustain for the push. Gone. Now it's gonna be a war of attrition. Oh no, these Vs. Oh no, he can't lose those Vs. Those Vs are crucial. Yeah, Mary's is losing his grip slowly. And Size is also preparing a TT. And yeah, suddenly what looked like Mary's making a comeback might be the end of it for him. Those two Vs here dying, I think he really needed to just pull these Chinooks because it doesn't matter if he's getting income at this point. What matters is if he's like cutting the production off. I think that's a TT on the strat, and that alone might just decide it. I mean, he's gotta fight this gigantic blob of techs with 5 Vs. Like by the time he, let's say he micros perfectly against this, by the time he defends that, there's gonna be another blob eventually. So now, I mean, I said at the start of the stream, but I think Marius is stuck in this vortex again where he has to use whatever he has left to attack or defend, and that usually leaves him open to something else. So now he has no strat, but he has units. But if he uses his units now, he's gonna trade poorly, so by the time he gets strat, he's gonna have very few units. Sai's doing a fantastic job of staying on top of the strat, and oh my god, is he hunted? No, I think that's the last dozer. Oh, wait. No, wait, that was the last dozer. Because he lost a dozer here in the beginning. Oh, he's hunted in this situation? Yeah, this is... This V is bugging out like crazy. I don't know why he's driving under. There's so many units inside this garrison, it doesn't even clear it fully. And yeah, giant quad push with techs. Size could literally build 6 command centers with his 12k. And it doesn't matter because he just needs to kill the remaining buildings. Yeah, Marius is dead. I mean, this was a valiant effort from Marius. Like, Marius was playing well towards the end of this set, but yes, some crucial strategy errors there costed him the game and ultimately the set. It was well played though from Size. It was very, very well played. Like, kind of just did his thing and it worked out for the best. I'm wondering if Size is here still. I might try and get him to play with me. If not, I'll probably play some Clan Wars. I'll see if... Let me see. Hug to Fire Lord. Let's see if size is up. Oh, he has the toy. Oh yeah, I remember Exile said he also has that, so size is gonna be playing in the Twilight Flame tourney. In that case, I'll ask for some clan wars. Let's see if we can get any games going on. Let me just put a backdrop in the meantime. Just put that temporarily. Actually, wait, I have a better one. Oops, that's the wrong one. There we go. Yeah, this is the backdrop I was talking about. Um, so I'm just gonna be looking for a game for a little bit. Give me like a couple minutes. Hopefully we can get a clan wars. Let's see. You don't like to commentate while playing, I realized. I mean, why would I really commentate that much? I mean, I verbalize what I say, but like I talk while playing, but I'd rather just for streams, I would rather people have the enjoyment of the gameplay rather than hear me rambling what I'm thinking to myself. I think that's just a better viewer experience just off of my judgment. Let's see. So we're looking for a clan war game right now. Hopefully we can get one soon. Maybe there's a clan wars on Game Ranger. Let's check. I see on Game Ranger a guy called OE Excal Twilight Flame 50k expert only. Samir Yalla. I didn't know Excal knew how to type in Arabic. uh, it's not Excal, for those who do not pick up on the sarcasm. Let's see. Maybe I got sponsored by Team Rad from Egypt. I don't know if Team Rad would really sponsor a 0 hour player. I'll, I'll be honest. I would be very surprised if they did. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, I'm just waiting on a game right now. I'll give it a couple minutes to see if there's anyone. Oh, I might have one. I think I found someone. Let me just swap back to 0 hour. Might have one now. Someone just responded. Yeah, we're just still waiting a little bit. Alright, there we go. Let me just change the map. Okay, got tank.
I build for China. China has been generous.
Tank stealth. Okay. Got an idea of how I could play this actually.
Building we will live Chinese in prosperity. We have big plans. Build orders complete, sir. Let's build. Location. That's a good start. We have big plans. We will live in prosperity. China will grow larger. We have big prosperity. We have big plans. Building is complete. Yes. We are pretty busy here.
Just mainly worried if he needs hijacker. I need to see if he has terrors out casually.
Construction is complete. China.
Let's pick up some goods. There is much money to be made. Is this a shortcut? Let's pick up some goods.
Build orders complete, sir.
This is tight schedule. Our supplies over there. We will move the goods. We will move the goods. There is much money to be made.
Complete,
Supply
sir.
truck here. Where do you want these? Our supplies over there. There is much money to be made. Very economical.
So that's probably not a actually, I wanna mine both of these as soon as I can.
It is very hot in here. Dragon tank. Keep it steady.
Gun barrel spinning.
Storage tanks sealed.
Need a bullet barrage?
Dragon tank.
China has been generous.
Gatling tank. Ready for action.
Storage tanks sealed.
Keep the cylinders oiled. Gatling tank.
Oh wait,
Gun barrel spinning.
I'm really hoping that wasn't there the whole
Pressure
time.
level set.
Oh, he might screw up.
Need a bullet barrage? Of course. Okay, here we go.
We have big plans.
Ah, okay.
Gun barrel
Our
spinning.
power is low.
Okay, good timing on that.
Cylinders oiled. Get out there.
But he has that now, and that's bad.
Let's get out there. Gun barrel spinning. Keep the cylinders oiled.
Everything ready here.
The earth will burn.
Important quad kill.
Unit lost.
Yeah, I'm just worried about hijackers more than anything here.
The cylinders oiled.
We will live in prosperity. Orders
Bit
complete.
wasteful.
Very
Gun
hot in
barrel
here.
spinning.
Dragon tank. Moving volatiles.
Keep the cylinders
Pressure
oiled.
level set. Moving
Oh, that's a
volatiles.
hijacker. That's a hijacker. I saw that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I need to bait him into the mines.
Storage tanks sealed.
Nice.
Pressure
Yeah.
level ready for action. Temperature stable. We are moving in here.
Yeah, I saw that hijacker
Everything
pop.
ready here.
That worried me big time.
Dragon tank.
Keep the cylinders oiled.
Yes. Pressure level. Adjusting gas valve. Dragon tank. Maintain a storage tank.
Unit
Sealed.
lost.
Pressure level set. Temperature
Gun
stable.
barrel spinning.
Dragon tank.
Need a bullet barrage.
Pressure level set. Keep it steady. Temperature stable.
It's gonna be tough. That's for sure.
I built for China. We have big plans. Of course.
Gatling tank. Ready for action. Need a bullet barrage. Gun barrel spinning. Need a bullet barrage.
Fortunately, it doesn't have these either.
Pressure level set. Moving volatiles.
Vehicle has been stolen.
Stole that.
Gun barrel spinning.
I think he's returning to base with that.
Temperature stable. Very hot.
Bullet
Adjusting
barrage.
gas valve.
Need to check on that.
Let's build. China will
Keep
grow
the cylinders
larger.
oiled. Gun barrel spinning. Keep the cylinders oiled. Gun barrel spinning. Okay, here we go. Keep the cylinders oiled. Gatling tank. Ready for action.
Construction building is complete.
Temperature stable. Keep it steady.
We have big plans.
Everything ready here. Maintain a smooth ride. Temperature stable. Dragon tank.
Keep the cylinders oiled.
Storage tank sealed. Temperature stable.
May lose a supply here.
Everything ready here.
Gun barrel spinning. Keep the bullets flowing.
Storage tanks sealed. Let us get
Unit
closer.
lost.
Gatling tank. Ready for action. Ah, yes.
Just play it a little safe.
Everything ready here. Let us get closer. Pressure level set. The earth will burn.
He's aware of this too. He might
Keep
hijack
the
that.
cylinders oiled. Let's pick up some bullet barrage. Adjusting frequency.
Unit
Keep the
lost.
cylinders oiled.
All right, I'm here. Let's have an update.
Adjusting gas valves.
I'll get through. Watch my back.
We will live in prosperity.
Gatling tank. Ready for action. Need a bullet
You
barrage.
get the location.
Gun barrel
It's very
spinning.
hot in here.
Need a bullet
Tune
barrage.
into the
Keep the
enemy's
cylinders
missiles.
oiled.
Get through.
Gun barrel spinning.
That's what I was
Dragon
looking for.
tank. Moving volatiles.
Keep the cylinders oiled. I like the big targets. Let's fight the trap. On the hunt. On the hunt.
In here.
Gun barrel spinning.
Unit lost.
Need a transfer. Uplink available.
I mean, we're gonna have a pretty big push soon as well,
Barrage.
which is
Pressure
nice.
level set. Moving volatiles.
I just want to keep this flamer around an outpost.
China has been generous. Construction built is let's build. Nice
Storage
location.
tanks sealed.
China has been generous.
Adjusting frequency. Keep the cylinders
Yeah.
oiled.
Adjusting
Let's
gas
pick up some
valve.
Gatling tank. Ready for action.
Is he trying to attack?
Let's get out there.
Pressure level set. The dragon awake.
Go get the
location.
Their building
built
is
for
ours.
China.
Give me a job.
Gun barrel spinning.
There's the push, potentially. If he goes for that, I need to attack him now.
Cylinders oiled.
He probably has buses.
Gatling tank. Ready for action. Where is the battle?
Adjusting gas valves. I will leave dragon tank now.
Need a bullet barrage. Gun barrel
Need a
spinning.
transfer.
Temperature stable.
Unit lost.
Gun barrel spinning.
Yeah, there's the bus.
Bullet barrage.
And it gets locked.
Everything ready. Adjusting gas valves. Dragon tank.
Yeah, this is as good of an engage as I could have gotten, to be honest.
We have big plans.
Gatling tank. Ready for
Don't think it could have gotten any better.
gun barrel spinning.
Emission rate steady. Enabling power train.
Bullet barrage.
I'm listening. I'll unplug them.
Delay that bus. We need napalm as well.
Missiles won't get through.
Maintain a smooth ride.
Need a transfer.
Unit lost.
Ah, that was the German bus.
Emission
annoying.
rate steady. Noise level set.
Let's keep a couple of these as backup.
Emission rate steady.
Upgrade.
Might lose that bus. He does. Perfect.
Unit lost.
Missiles won't get through.
Adjusting gas valves.
We are victorious.
I think wasting the trucks on the terrace might have been a good idea. Nah, no need. I'm gonna recycle the truck anyways, so it's better to just keep it. I don't know if he wants to do a reverse or not. I'm just gonna pick another map. Small maps. Okay, let me pick Arctic Lagoon. Where is Arctic?
Laying the foundation.
Is there China?
New construction. Let's build. Have a
What's
job
the story?
Oh, bring on the scaffolding. Good area. Always ready. All made in the
I got the
US of
goods.
A.
Providing resources.
All finished. Laying the foundation. Getting to work.
Loaded with U.S.
Want to make some
quality.
improvements?
Keep the supplies rolling. Need a delivery, General? Distribution underway. Need a delivery, General?
Might be able to get
Any
away
more
with that.
projects?
Oh, signing for this. Don't forget the right.
I'll force him onto an outpost at the very
New
least.
construction.
Keep it safe. Resuming supply chain.
Let's build.
He's actually going airfield,
Good area.
which is perfect. Yeah, he went crawler too.
Clocked in. Loud and clear. Keep him busy. Sounds good. Getting to work. That one's done. Keep him busy.
Come on in.
Unit lost.
That's not bad.
For me.
That's not the worst. Delays his crawler severely.
What's the story? Loud and clear. Going up.
I'll fire at anything. Missile launcher. I want to blow something up.
Let's go.
My only concern is if he moves in now, do I have an answer? Is that a MiG?
Oh, yeah. Humvee
Let's
here.
go and napalm
Got my
MiGs
missile
immediately.
launcher right here. Got my missile
Hey,
launcher
check
right
out
fire
our
at
new tow
anything.
missile.
That's
How
a
about a
little
lift?
scary.
Come on in. How about a lift? Let's go. They're in the sky. Breaking loose. Breaking loose. Buck it up.
Got my missile launcher right
Breaking
here.
loose. That's it.
I want
Joe
here
Ross
comes
now.
trouble.
Provisions en route.
Unit lost.
Serving our country.
Yeah? Just like
Oh,
the 4th
signing
of
for
July.
this.
Got my
Okay.
missile launcher
Ladies
right
Drop
here.
immediately
Laying the
next to him.
foundation. Want to make some improvements?
Got
Getting
my
to
I'll fire
work.
at anything.
Right here. I'll build anywhere. Made in the US of
Got my
A.
missile launcher right here.
Serving our country. Provisions en route.
Got my
Hopefully I
missile
can get
launcher
that
right here.
second MiG.
Got room for 5.
Low
Missiles
power.
should do the trick. Something
Unit
for all
lost.
in. Looks like a good run. Let's go for it.
Yeah, laser guidance ready.
How
Got
about
my
a lift?
missile launcher right here. I want to blow laser
something
guidance
up.
ready. Got my missile launcher right here.
Oh,
Serving our country.
Let's pop the trails.
Got room for 5. How about a lift?
this is where things get a little
Looks like
hectic.
a good run. Loaded with U.S. quality. Need a delivery, General?
Let me launch one. Enabling laser sights.
Something for everyone.
Unit
My Nook there
lost.
is actually
US
alive.
quality.
And he just
Distribution
wasted.
underway.
Okay, perfect.
Got room for 5. Oh, be careful now. Something for everyone.
Yeah, he screwed up by doing
Blades
that.
in motion. You guys be careful out there.
Unit lost.
Come on in. Oh, be
want to see
Keep it safe.
bullseye on him.
Humvee here. Let's go
Oh,
for
signing
it.
for
How
this.
about a lift?
Loud and clear.
Keep it safe. Got room for
What's the
5.
story?
Come on in.
Got my missile launcher
Loaded with
right
U.S.
here.
Humvee here. How about a lift? Looks like a good run.
Missile
I got
launcher
the
right
goods.
here.
Buck it up.
Unit lost.
Got my
Laying the
missile
foundation.
Might need
right
to go
here.
into toe spam a little
Got
bit.
room for 5.
Got my missile launcher right
Let's
here.
go for it. Humvee here.
Let me launch one. On the trail.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Breaking loose. Humvee here. Looks like a
Let's
good
pop
run.
some tanks.
Whoa! Buck it up. Humvee here. How about a lift? Oh yeah! Looks like a good run. Let's go. Whoa! Come on in. That's it. Joyride's over.
Yeah? Let's go in that building. Sure thing. I'll fire
Unit
anything.
lost.
Let's pop some tanks.
Clocked in.
Buck it up.
Nice.
I'll fire
Laser
at
guns
anything.
ready.
Let's pop some tanks. I want to blow something
more
up. Let me
projects?
launch one, huh?
Laying the foundation.
Got room for 5. Keep it Come safe. on. Buck it up.
Unit
I want to
lost.
those
Got
laser
room for
sights.
5. How about a lift? It should be fun. Oh yeah! Hit and run. Oh, be careful now.
Congratulations, General. You have been
Whoa!
promoted.
Got room for 5.
Unit
here.
lost.
Let's pop some tanks.
Buck it up. Got room for 5.
What's the mission, sir?
Come on in. Let's go for it.
What's the mission, sir? Army's elite. Heading
Got
out.
room for
Got
5.
my missile launcher right here.
Buck it up. Come on in.
Got my missile launcher right
Break it
here.
loose.
He's on chain, I'm in
Humvee here.
trouble.
Targeting cursors set.
Got my
Humvee
missile
here.
launcher right here.
Come on in.
Oh, that is a lot of
Go
guts.
for it.
I want to blow
Buck it
something
up.
up. Move
Come
it.
on in. How about a lift?
Defensive laser systems.
Come on in. Let's go. Got room for 5. Looks like a good run. Break it loose.
Special forces here.
Come on in.
Unit
Loaded
lost.
with U.S. Humvee here. Got room for 5.
He's gonna get my
Oh, how about a lift?
units.
Let's go for it. Let's go.
Unit lost.
I got the goods.
I think I lost too much.
Got room for 5. Ready for action. Loaded with U.S. quality. I'll get it there. Buck it up.
Provisions en route.
Sure thing.
I'll get it there. I'll get it there. In. Whoa! Loaded with U.S. quality. Humvee here. Let's go. Something for everyone. Keep the supplies rolling. Keep the
He's
supplies
wasting
rolling.
and he's playing defensive.
Serving our country. Oh, signing for this. Buck it up. Buck it up.
Let's pop some laser
Keep it
sights.
safe. Providing resources. Got room for 5.
I want to blow
Unit
How
something
about a
lost.
lift?
Need a point, man?
Yeah, this is a very difficult situation.
Got room for 5.
What's the story?
How about a lift? Break it loose. I got the
Right
goods.
on schedule.
Got room for 5. Whoa!
Always ready.
Come on in. Break it loose. Serving our country. I got the goods. Providing resources. Looks like a good Break it loose.
He's
Humvee
on
here.
MIG armor now.
Oh, be careful now.
Clocked in. Make my own
How about a
move.
lift? Looks like a good run. Let's go for it. Oh yeah. Rip it up. Keep the change. Humvee here. How about a lift? Come on in.
Unit lost.
Whoa! Looks like a good run. Break it loose. 5. Something for everyone.
Yeah, I think that's a game ender.
Come on in. How about a lift? Got room for 5.
Yeah, this is very over.
Unit lost.
My build order was wrong.
You
I probably shouldn't have stopped building there. It was a very easy way to keep the crawler occupied in his base. I think I just played the drop wrong.
Want to make some improvements?
Ooh, okay. Interesting one.
Let's get to work. Let's build. Sounds good. Make my own road. Sounds good. Any more projects? Locked in. Getting to work.
I might actually try to long distance collect that
Good
supply.
area.
Yeah,
Any
I like
more
that idea.
projects? Ooh, can't do that. Made in the US of A.
Means I can transport the Chinook and immediately collect.
Any more
Something
projects?
for everyone,
Yeah.
General.
Keep 'em busy.
Keep it safe.
Have a job for me.
Serving our country.
Okay.
Something for everyone. Keep
Any
the
more
supplies rolling,
projects?
General.
A
Serving
very
our country.
creative
Laying the
approach
foundation,
to
always ready. Bring
get
on
over
the
the cliff.
scaffolding.
That's
Clocked
for
in.
sure.
Oh, sign
Laying
for
the
this.
foundation. Want to make some improvements? Let's
Look it
build.
up.
Getting to work. Keep 'em busy.
I don't want him getting this though. If I
Yeah,
can.
make my own road. Laying the foundation.
Come on in.
Clocked in. Getting to work.
Humvee here. Breaking loose.
Laying the foundation.
Come on in. Got room for 5. Yeah. Humvee here. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
we need a
Always ready.
that garrison needs to be
Come on
stopped
in.
ASAP. So
Laying the foundation.
Humvee here.
Got my missile launcher right here.
Oh, be careful now. Come on in. How about a lift? Breaking
Let's
loose.
pop some laser
Got room
sights.
for 5.
I got 3 Vs out to be honest. It's not the worst.
Buck
I
it
want
up.
to blow something up. Moving.
Breaking
Unit
loose.
lost.
Let's go. Breaking loose. Oh, yeah.
Unless he's delaying my collection right now, I'm not worried.
Want to make some improvements?
Need a point man?
Yeah.
Army's elite.
Unit lost.
Ah, fuck. Okay.
Humvee here. Let's go. How about a lift? Ready for action. Heading out. On the go. Special forces here. Got room for 5. Whoa!
Any more
Let's
projects?
go. Whoa!
Got my missile launcher
Whoa, be
right
careful
here.
now. Breaking loose. Got room for 5. Whoa,
Let's actually get another TT.
how about a lift? Buck it up.
Okay.
Whoa! Let's go. Whoa! Whoa!
Yeah, I wanted to crush the terrors.
Whoa, be
I want to
careful
blow
now.
something up.
Come on in.
Yeah.
How about a lift? Come on in. Humvee here. How about a lift? Let's go for it. Serving our country. Something for everyone. Let's go for it. Ready for action.
No capture from him. That's
Ooh,
good.
Be careful now. Got room for
Got
5.
my missile launcher right here.
I think he's just doing TTs.
Got my missile launcher right I want to blow something up.
Humvee here.
His
Looks
next
like a
TT
good
is
run.
coming
Got
from
room
there.
for 5. Come on in.
Let's pop some
Humvee here.
tanks.
Let's go.
Let me launch one. Got my missile
Come on
launcher
in.
right I'll
here.
fire at anything.
Humvee here. Buck it
Unit
up.
lost.
Got my missile
Breaking
launcher
loose.
right
5.
here.
Humvee here. How about
Got
a
my
lift?
missile
Got room
launcher
for 5.
right here.
Oh, yeah.
Got my
Whoa.
missile launcher right here.
Looks like a good run. Keep the change.
missile launcher
How about
right
a
here.
lift?
Let's pop some
Humvee here.
tanks.
Humvee here.
Got my
Let's
missile
go
launcher
for it.
right here.
Oh, be careful now.
He's gonna settle for the supply, I think, here.
Let's go
Missile
for it.
launcher right here.
You want some of this?
Our base is under attack. Keep it safe.
Got my missile launcher right
On the
here.
go.
How about a
Use
lift?
this to
I got
break
the
his
goods.
bunker if he has
Keep the
one.
on in.
supplies
Got my
rolling.
missile launcher right here.
Loaded with U.S. quality.
Got room for 5. How about a lift?
Got my
Break it
missile launcher
loose.
right
I
here.
got the goods.
He's actually got
Humvee
neither of
here.
these.
Let's go.
Got my
Oh
missile launcher
yeah.
right here.
Oh yeah.
Good to know.
Need a point, man?
How about a lift? Keep
Got my
the
missile
change.
launcher
Special
right
forces here.
Something
for everyone.
Come on in.
Got my missile launcher right here.
Oh yeah. Looks like a good run. Break it loose. How about a lift for 5? Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's quite a bit.
Got my
Looks
missile
like a
launcher
good run.
right here.
You want some of this? Let's go. Got room for 5.
Oh my
Looks
god.
like a good run. Humvee here. Got room for 5.
Half my army dies to a random demo.
Be careful now. How about a lift? That's it. Your right zone.
Someone injured? Lives are at stake. Let's get there
I
quick.
mean, he's gonna lose units if he engages.
Right on.
Let's
Move!
pop
That
some tanks.
changes the game quite a bit.
I'll fire at anything.
Come on in.
Let me launch one. Got my missile launcher
Got room
right
for
here.
5.
Who needs help?
Got
I
my
don't know if
missile
he's
launcher
collecting.
right
I think he is collecting.
here. Got my missile
He
launcher
is,
right
okay.
here. Let's pop
Come
some
on in.
tanks. Let me launch
Got
one.
room for 5.
Medic here.
Got my missile
Let's
launcher
go.
right here.
He might try and
Who
TT
needs
the
help?
oil.
Got
If
my
he does
missile
that, that's
launcher
good.
right here.
Out
It's
of
a
the
waste
way.
for him. He TTs
Lives
an
are
oil.
at stake.
Got my missile
Medical
launcher
supplies
right here.
on
And he's
hand.
doing the
How about a
next
lift?
best thing.
Let's go
Someone
for it.
injured?
Just
We're there.
wasting time with a tech RPG.
Medical supplies on hand. The
Got
battlefield
my
is a
missile
messy
launcher
place.
right here.
You know, wait.
Let's get there quick. Let's get there
Got my
quick.
missile launcher right here.
Move! Move! What a mess.
Got my missile launcher
Detox
right here.
underway. Medic here. Lives are at stake. What a mess. Suited up for biohazard.
Got my missile launcher right here.
Congratulations, General. You have been promoted.
Move! We're there.
Come on in.
Got my missile launcher right here.
Medic here.
Let's pop some tanks. Got my missile launcher right
Humvee
here.
here. Come on in.
They're attacking our base. Oh, sign in for this. Build anywhere.
Save the dozer.
Oh, sign in
Who
for this.
needs help?
Humvee here.
Ready for action.
Someone injured?
Come on in. Let's go.
Yeah. Ooh, can't do that. Serving our
Who
country.
needs help? Lives are at stake. Move!
Humvee here.
Special forces
Yeah.
here.
I want to blow
Someone
something up.
injured?
Come on in.
That
Medic
one's
here. We're there.
On his way to Palace.
Buck it up.
I need to get my strat.
done. Do that.
Humvee
We
here.
can take care of you. We're there.
Got my missile launcher
Out
right
of the
here.
way! Let's get there quick. We're there. What a mess. Out of the way! Lives are at stake. Right on. Right on. Out of the way! Let's get there quick.
Come on in.
Medical supplies on hand.
He actually has a TT behind that. Okay, good to know.
Someone injured? Let's get there quick. We can take
Oh no,
care
it's
of
an
ya.
MT.
Lives are at stake.
Got my
Lives
missile
are at
launcher
stake.
Humvee here.
Someone injured? Suited up for biohazard. Move!
Got my missile launcher right here.
Buck it up.
Out of the way! We're there.
Got my missile launcher right
Medical
here.
supplies on hand. Let's get there
Oh,
quick.
I crushed the terrorists.
Move!
That's really lucky.
Right here.
How about a lift?
Medic here.
Got room for
That's
5.
quite lucky. Yeah.
Whoa! Laters. Okay, everybody
Yeah.
out.
I want to blow something up. Yeah.
Come on in.
Who needs help?
Unit lost.
Battlefield is a messy place. We can take care of you. We're there. Out of the way!
Loaded with U.S. quality. Have a job for me.
Got room for 5. Come on in.
Right on.
We need to clear this up.
Someone injured? Lives are at
Got
stake.
my missile launcher
We're there.
right here.
Let's clean it up. What a mess.
Got my
Something
missile
for
launcher
Who needs
right
help?
here.
We're there.
Buck it up.
This is definitely trying to scare me into a demo trap. This is 100% scaring me into a demo trap.
Unit
Out
lost.
of the way! Move!
There's no reason he's making that play.
Got my
We're
missile
there.
launcher right here.
Lives are at stake.
There's gotta be a demo trap in that area.
I'll fire at anything. Got my
Right
missile
on.
launcher right here.
Lives are at stake. Out of the way.
Got
What
my
a
missile
mess.
launcher right here.
How about a lift?
We can
Buck it
take
up.
care of you. The battlefield is a
Okay.
messy place. Lives are at stake.
I think we just do one giant V
Serving our
push in a
country.
second.
Providing resources. Serving our
We can
country.
take care of you.
Got room for 5. Come on in. How about a lift?
Any more projects?
Who needs help?
Oh, be careful now.
Yeah, to be honest, what does he do against this many Vs?
Let me launch one.
Medic here. Right on. Out of the
Got my
way.
missile launcher right
What's the
here.
story?
Congratulations, General. You have been promoted.
I was right, yeah, there was a demo.
Out of the way.
Buck it up.
Got my missile launcher right here.
Lives are at stake. Right on.
Got my missile launcher
Lives
right
are at
here.
stake.
Humvee here. Oh,
Medic
yeah.
here. Out of the way. Medical supplies on hand. Move.
Clocked in.
Who needs help?
Need a point
The
man?
battlefield is a messy place.
Gonna wait for my A10 till I go in.
Move. Let's get there quick.
All finished.
Let's clean it up. Lives are at stake. Let's get there quick. Lives are at stake. Move. Move. Out of the way. Move. Medic here. Suited up for biohazard. Lives are
No
at stake.
demo upgrade yet.
Lives are at stake.
Upgrade complete.
Detox underway.
He has the palace done, so I need to kill these quick.
Detox underway. Let's clean it up. What a mess. Suited up for biohazard. Medic here. Suited up for biohazard. Lives are at stake. Right on.
Unit
Let's
lost.
clean it up. Let's clean it up.
Congratulations, General. You have been promoted.
Lives are at stake.
Nice.
Who needs help? The battlefield
You
is a
are
messy place.
victorious.
Good area.
Yeah, I think that was his last, because he said he was gonna watch the Twilight Flame tourney, so wait a couple more minutes, see if anyone's around. If not, then I might head off for now. Thanks, Mr. HJLD for subscribing. Yeah, I think I'll head off for now. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the stream, and yeah,